Guys, am I live or not? OBS just gave me a big error message saying I'm not live, but YouTube says I am live. So what is it? Am I live or am I not live? Guess we'll find out in a few seconds from like the one or two people that are here this late at night. Am I live, anyone? I think I am, actually. So OBS is lying to me and YouTube is not. Can you guys in the audience hear me? Rami is cool 888. Can you hear me? I see your question. What made you want to stream now? I'm just frankly not in the best of moods right now. And I was already working on this. And I have a little bit left to lip sync a Pepe, and I thought, hey, maybe I'll live stream myself finishing his last line for this cutscene. So I thought that kind of convinced me to maybe do a live stream. And then I realized what time it was, and I'm like, well, it's probably only like 5 people on if I'm lucky. Oh, it looks like there's 9 people here. Wow, more than I expected. More than the last time I did a graveyard shift stream. Hello, everyone. Hello, is it Jack? Is that L2K6 or I2K6? I can't tell if it's an L or an I. Mood. Yeah. I mean, I'm not in a terrible mood. I'm just kind of down a little bit. The first half of today was a pretty decent day. Someone was live streaming Event Horizon, and I was watching that for like 4 hours, and he was having a blast, and that was really cool. I'm an idiot though, and I completely forgot his name. Let me go find out what his Twitch name was. Where was it? Let me go find the Trevor Fox. He was live streaming Event Horizon on Twitch today, and that was really fun to watch. Someone linked me to his stream immediately when I jumped into his stream, like right in the middle of him ranting about like the terrible dialogue and voiceovers in the new game and saying, this guy who made Event Horizon, his voice actors did better. I'm just like, wow. I'm like, that's a great point to jump into a random stream. So I watched that stream for like 4 hours today, and that was fine. And then just some random minor but annoying IRL stuff happened that kind of soured my mood a little bit. And then after that, on the subject, things have kind of gone silent, but after like 2 months, someone on YouTube dug up a bunch of gaslighting shit about Cat and brought it up and started messaging me on YouTube, and I'm just like I'm pointing out that they have a bunch of misinformation and stuff, and I'm like, no, this is wrong. Cat is inspired by Bososoku subculture in Japan. I was telling them all about that, and they just flat out ignored me and said no. So that irked me. So a bunch of minor things today. Yeah, actually, I completely forgot until I was just reminded. Apparently, Wild Blue Skies sucks as a total bomb. So that's really disappointing if that's true. I don't know if that's true. It's got quite a... Let me double check. Let me go to Steam. Last time I checked...
General.
Shit. Its Steam page just popped up and started blaring, but on its Steam page, never mind. Now it says mixed. Earlier in the day, it said, very positive reviews. Now it says mixed, but so never mind. It probably does suck then. So yeah, apparently that game sucks and it's bombing. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I don't know if I can. Did I disconnect? Seriously? Guys, did I disconnect? Am I still here? Did I disconnect? Let me know if I'm still here. Let me know if I'm still live. OBS just said I disconnected, and it still says I'm disconnected, but YouTube once again says I'm live. So, okay, I'm here. All right, I don't know what that was. I think OBS is just trolling me. But anyway, I played the demo for it a few months ago, and I remember thinking like it felt really rough around the edges, but otherwise felt fine. But, you know, it was a demo, so I figured, well, it's a demo, so I'll wait till the game comes out and see if, you know, the rough around the edges parts are ironed out. Apparently not, so I don't know if, you know, it sounds like that game's a bomb. I don't know, guys. I think Star Fox and anything like tangentially related to it just seems cursed right now. Who am I kidding? Not right now. For what, 20 plus years now? F. What, press F for Wild Blue Skies? Or F for the stream? I don't know. Actually, yeah, there's 20 people. I'm shocked that there's this many people. I'm shocked that there's this many people on this late at night. Maybe it wasn't such a bad idea to stream this. So live play of Event Horizon is on my list. If you ever do a live stream of it, let me know and I'll try and make it to it. I have discovered though, when I watch people live streaming Event Horizon, I end up getting no work done because I just end up watching them play it. Let's see, in my Discord spaces, the main theory might just be that their playtesters might have been too good at Star Fox, hence the Bort difficulty. See, I'm hearing people complaining that it's too much like Star Fox 64, which I guess that's a valid thing to say. My kind of issue with that is, one, no shit, like that was the goal. At least that's the impression I got when I saw the announcement like a year ago or whatever. Like, you could see in the announcement the fucking Zonus lights and everything. Like, it was very, very, very obvious from the very start that this game is supposed to be legally distinct Star Fox 64 because there's a massive fucking 20-year void in everyone's hearts. Like that wasn't a big secret or anything. Like, I feel like it was really obvious this was gonna be, again, legally distinct 64, copying it as much as possible. So, even though I feel like that is a very fair thing that's a fair reason to dislike the game, it's kind of weird. Am I making any sense? It's really late at night, so I might be a bit delirious, but like I just thought that was a really strange reason for people to shit on it, especially because several of the people who've told me that have simultaneously said, please go buy the literal remake of 64 that just came out, but has lamer dialogue and lame voice acting and doesn't even have like proper enemy hit feedback in it. And I'm sitting here like, okay, so this game that's emulating 64 and trying to be 64 or whatever, like it's you don't like it because it's like 64, even though it was obvious it was trying to do that. But you also want me to go buy this version of 64 that, seems inferior. Like, it just, I don't know what's going on there. That was really weird to me. I've seen people complain about other things, though, that aren't that. I've heard people say that they find it strange that the charge laser and the normal laser are two separate buttons, which they are in Event Horizon. So I did that in Event Horizon with the charge laser and the normal laser, two different buttons, and I can see how that would be annoying, but is that really enough of a reason for the entire game to be terrible? So I have a feeling I'm gonna have to just play it myself to figure out what, to to kind of sift, because I basically I'm not sure what to think based on what people are saying about it, because I'm seeing schizo opinions. I guess that's the way I'd word it. Like people saying, like people complaining that it's too much like 64, but then complaining that, oh, these buttons are different and these things work different, so it's not enough like 60. I'm like, hello, do you realize? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. So basically the point is, it seems like that game is not doing well. It's gonna bomb. A lot of people don't seem to like it. That's upset me a bit. Thankfully, I didn't really get too invested into that game. It was just something on, on my my watch list or whatever to see how it turned out, and it looks like it's probably not gonna turn out really well. So let me make sure there's no other questions. I'm gonna finish up. I'm only gonna do one of Pepe's lines, which will probably take me about 20 minutes to a half hour, and then maybe I'll do, if people are still here after that, maybe I'll do a Q&A. But let's see. Arfita, I'm probably saying your name wrong. Is it Arfetter Laser? Arfita Lassie 9783. I apologize if I'm completely butchering your name. See, I just hope 26 is the starting point for more Star Fox games that aren't 64 clones. Well, I mean, if people liked it, then they'll probably do more. For me, though, I despised so much about it, and I felt like they made the character so unlikable that I'm not interested in seeing the brand new adventures of these versions of the characters. So for me, if they do a sequel that's not 64, like, why would I bother? I hate this version of Fox McCloud. I've even said to people, like, can you imagine this version of Fox McCloud, like, interacting with Crystal? It would just be an embarrassing disaster. She'd slap his face. There was a really funny joke in my Discord the other day when we're trying to, like, come up with a conversation this version of Fox would have with Crystal. And then, she's all frozen or whatever. And then they're like, oh, Fox, you need to save her. And then he's like, well, how much is she willing to pay me? And then they're like, well, her family might be royalty. And then he's like, well, how much is Randor? And how much is her parents willing to pay for me to help her? And then she's like, my parents are dead, Fox. And he's like, some good, their instincts did that. Like, we were just kind of... It's like, I can't even imagine that version of Fox having a conversation with Crystal. So, like, I'm not really interested in, like, the new adventures of those versions of the characters. So that's kind of where my mind is right now. But I don't know, if other people enjoyed it, then they'll probably get that if it does well enough or whatever, and they make sequels. Let's see, I had to do that with Star Trek and Borderlands just to clear up the, okay, what in the discourse is driving everyone up on the... I don't know about Borderlands, but yeah, Star Trek is in such a bad shape right now. Star Trek is just a disaster right now. I don't even want to talk about Star Trek, but I don't think most people that watch me are really into Star Trek, so... I know Jetter is, but I don't think he's on right now. He loves Star Trek a lot, but anyway, can you guys? I'm gonna play this. Let me know if you guys can hear this, because that'll suck if I'm lip syncing and you guys can't hear what he's saying. Let me see if you guys can hear this.
Falco, if you were any more jelly, you'd need peanut butter.
I don't know. Let me see if you guys heard that. Falco, if you're any more jelly, you'd eat peanut butter. Okay, cool. It's audible. Yeah, that's a freaking Steven. Such a wonderful voice actor. You guys probably know him as Mr. Toon Tone or Tone Toon. Even though I've known him for almost 4 years, I always mix up the tune and the tone in his username. It's like a dyslexic thing. I'm like, on Tuesday he's Toon Tone, and on Wednesday he's Tone Toon. Alright, cool. If you guys can hear it, then we're ready to go. So let me
Go.
I mean, this line here needs a bit of refinement, but I'm gonna do the lip syncing on his next line. So his next line is this one. So let me listen to it really quick.
Oh, mash my taters.
Okay, yeah, it's working. All right, so let's start with the lip syncing. I'm probably not going to notice the chat for like 15 to 20 minutes. So if you guys have questions and stuff, I'm probably going to ignore the chat for a little bit while I do this because it's kind of hard to multitask while lip syncing. So forgive me if it gets a little boring. Hopefully you guys are interested in actually watching the process though. So anyway. So, yeah, lip syncing is incredibly boring. At least I find it incredibly boring. It's very monotonous. A lot of companies just automate it. I am completely bonkers, so I manually animate every syllable I can in a very old, outdated version of Maya because I'm completely insane. So anyway, let's see what's the first sound.
Oh,
Okay, so he's breathing, and then I think he says, "Oh man."
oh, mash my taters.
Yeah, mash my taters. All right, so one thing I've noticed in English, so there's several different positions that the mouth is in when speaking. I mean, there's a bunch of different ones, but you can boil it down to about 8 to 10. I boil it down to 8, and I've noticed in the English language the mouth position that the mouth is in the most, I call it the chish, the CHISH position. So I've learned that from lip syncing, that the human mouth when speaking English is in the gritted teeth position a lot. So let's do a little bit of breathing, get rid of the chish and bring in a bit of AEI. The little O position, because he's going, I already forgot what he was saying.
Oh, mash my taters.
Oh, mash my taters, right. So let's go back and reduce that. The BMP position for mashed. Oh, let's fix that so his teeth don't face through. And move that back a little. Yeah, you're gonna hear the garbled up line as I'm going back and forth with the lip syncing. So this whenever I do the cutscenes, like 75% of the time is spent doing this, just hearing chopped up lines, going back and making sure the lip syncing is fine. It's really monotonous, and after hours it drives me insane.
Oh, mash my taters. Just mash.
So let's get the AEI position and reduce that for mash. And then the chish position for the SH in mashed.
Mash. Oh, mash my.
And then BMP again for my. Actually, let me zoom in the graph here a little bit. I'm really far out. Okay, and then my, so the AEI. Maybe I'll add a little bit of an O to the, no O to that. Or maybe a little, no, not that. Okay, yeah, just the AEI is good enough. Also, you know, there, like I said, there's these different mouth positions you can boil things down to, but I blend, like, I'll blend the AEI and the O mouth position quite a lot, actually, to make it more exaggerated when they're, like, yelling and stuff. So I'll intentionally blend mouth positions that are not exactly natural, but, you know, they cause an exaggerated effect that, you know, it's a little cartoony, so...
My
taters. Mashed my taters. I probably should have. I should have probably waited. Maybe he's on right now. If Peppy's voice actor is on, maybe he'll hop in the stream when I'm done doing the lips. He's probably asleep right now. I've talked to him really late at night though, so he might actually be on right now. Oh, again. Oh, funnily, Peppy actually does have his shades in this. Actually, I'll open up Unreal and I'll show you guys. I'll have it open in the back. He actually does have his shades in this scene, but maybe, I don't know. Should I take them off in this scene? Maybe I'll take his shades off in this scene. But he does have his shades on during this scene. See, I just noticed. Game, again, forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Game Thuven Play. Is that right? Am I pronouncing that right? So I've been watching Babylon 5 series that's been slowly releasing on YouTube. Yes, I did see that. JMS made a Babylon 5 channel and he's been slowly... He didn't post the pilot episode though, which I thought was a bit disappointing. He just went right into the series. But yeah, he's been posting... He's been posting a lot of Babylon 5. Yes, Babylon 5 is quite possibly my favorite show ever. It's kind of hard to say. In recent times, I've been leaning towards Hercules and Xena being my favorite show ever. Twin Peaks is also a very good candidate, and I'm really liking Boston Legal a lot right now. But for the longest time... and it's probably still the case. Babylon 5 at the very least is the most influential show that I'm aware of. But it's been my favorite for a long time, and there's things about it that influence me that I'm not even conscious of. But yeah, there's things I'm conscious of. Yeah, Babylon 5 is fantastic. It's one of those shows that was very ahead of its time. Both in terms of the technology used to make it and just like the format, like it's normal now that a show has like a fucking consistent storyline through multiple seasons or whatever. Babylon 5, actually, well, Twin Peaks did it. Well, I was gonna say Twin Peaks did it first. Babylon 5 did it right after, but actually Mike Frost from Twin Peaks worked on Babylon 5, so that might be what. There's a bit of crossover there. A bunch of the actors from Twin Peaks are also in Babylon 5, which I didn't realize until later, but...
Tell them about the DS9 thing.
Oh, what about the DS9 thing?
The thing where it's like it's suspected that DS9 basically just stole from the idea of Babylon 5.
Well, if my audience is familiar with DS9, I'll bring that up. I know Jetter is, but he's not on right now. So you kind of want to ask something even if you don't see it. Well, I'm seeing it. Cody M512S8. But do you think things would be better for Star Fox if SF26 is a success or a failure? I guess it depends if you like what the game did or not. If you liked the remake and you enjoyed it and you thought it was cool and stuff, then it's probably a good thing if it's a success, because you'll probably get more of that. If you didn't like it, then the failure's probably a better... It really depends on what you thought of the game. I personally don't like it at all, and I'm not really interested in seeing more of that version. So to me, I feel, the success is a bad thing for Star Fox, but not everyone feels that way about the game, so it really depends. It's hard to... I don't know. That's an interesting question that I'm not really sure how to properly answer. But anyway, Unreal finally started up, so let me get Unreal into the OBS. Let's see. Window capture... Add a new window capture, Unreal Editor. Okay. Is Unreal showing up, everyone? I don't know. I think OBS is behind on my end. Let me fast forward this. Let me refresh the stream. It's still behind. I'll wait to see if Unreal pops up. Let's see, it's really cool to see how you do lip syncing. Glad to get to see it. Yeah, I've been wanting to do a stream about lip syncing for a while, but lip syncing is such it's something I have to focus so heavily on that it's kind of hard to like multitask while doing it. But I figured, it's really late at night. I only have a little bit left to do for Peppy. I'm gonna try and do his last line, and looks like, what the heck? OBS is in the, what the hell? Come on, OBS, what's going on here? For some reason, OBS is showing itself. That's weird. I want it to show Unreal, not... What the... Hello, OBS, what is going on? Why are you showing yourself with Unreal and not Unreal by itself? What in the heck? Let me minus OBS and see if it still shows up in the way. Again, the stream's behind. I don't know if I have the brain power to figure out why OBS is showing up with with Unreal so I can move. I don't know if I have the brain power to figure out how to move it out of the way. So I might just go back to Maya and not show Unreal tonight. Anyway, I'll see what you guys are saying while I wait for that. Okay, yeah, there's the question. Let's see. Mighty the Half Saiyan Hedgehow says, I personally kind of like Star Fox 26. The only problem I have is the character design. Yeah, I don't like the aesthetic at all, honestly. To me, though, that's actually one of the game's smaller problems, because on some level the aesthetics of anything is subjective. Like there's quite a few Zelda games that I can't the aesthetics I just find are so fucking ugly, but other people think the aesthetics are great. So like on some level the aesthetics do kind of come down to taste, but I'm with you. I think it's a weird, if I'm being kind, it's weird. But to me, that's actually one of the lesser problems of the game. I see other people saying the character design turned them off. Yeah. Radio, no. Don't be inflammatory. I don't want to be inflammatory, but Redino, I'm saying everyone's name wrong. Rediano, come on. Again, I'm sorry if I said your day wrong. I agree with you. It's so bad, but I don't know. I think it might just be us and a few other people. And the country of Japan. Japan seems to agree. Never thought that I have an affinity with the Japanese culture, but I might have it for once. Oh, no worries, mate. No, I don't mind. I don't care if people... I'm... Maybe it's just the American in me. I believe in free speech. I believe in people being as brutal or inflammatory. People have been brutal about my stuff. I believe in the idea that if people really feel and believe something, and they're in a space where people are either invited or allowed to say those things, then they shouldn't censor themselves or sugarcoat it. But a lot of people are really especially Star Fox fans seem to be really sensitive to this particular topic. So if you're really inflammatory like that, you're probably gonna piss people off. That's all I'm saying. I'm not really in the mood to piss people off right now. But if you speak like that, you're probably gonna... it looks like minusing out OBS is not working. I don't know what the fuck is... I don't know why OBS is showing up on Unreal. This is so weird. So let me close Unreal and reopen it. And if that doesn't work, then I'll just go back to Maya, and you'll just have to deal with not seeing it in Unreal. Oh, did it launch Unreal? Launch Unreal, please. This was not a good time to do a stream. All the technical, I'm having a few technical issues. Okay, now Unreal is opening. So open up my Star Fox file. And now Unreal just doesn't even seem to be showing up in OBS. Oh my god. Come on, OBS. Oh, there we go. It started up. Okay, let's see. But OBS is still not showing it. What the hell, dude? Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry guys. Hang on. Let me figure this out. Oh, it's still showing OBS over it. What the fuck? Come on. This is so weird. You know what? Let me do something in Unreal. Maybe that'll make OBS go under it. Let me actually let me load the scene and see if that makes OBS go away. If it doesn't, then I just won't bother with Unreal tonight. I'll just go right back to Maya. So let's go cinematics, Farrah join, and the bridge. Okay, let's see if that made OBS get out of the way. Nope, OBS is still in the way. What the? You know, I know it might be happening. It might be treating Unreal as a game and not a window. So let me delete window capture. Let me try game capture. That might be why. Where's game capture? Game capture. Add. Capture specific window. Where are you, Unreal? Unreal editor. Please work, please work, please work. Is it working? There we go, yes! Ah, okay, there we go. I got it to work. Awesome. Okay, so I figured out the problem, despite the fact that I'm tired and delirious. It's because OBS treats the Unreal Engine like it's a video game, which in some respects is true. And I was treating it as like a program like Maya, where I was using the window capture rather than the game capture. So that, because I noticed the image wasn't updating at all, and I'm like, wait, I'm doing stuff in Unreal, and it's just a flat image. So I'm like, oh, okay, that kind of tips me off that that it was probably it was anyway. Okay, I figured out the problem. Let's see. Refinder. Hello, first time catching one of these lives. Really like what you're doing. The big stompy mech levels are rad. Thank you so much. I'm so happy the mech levels have turned out. I was really worried that people would find them like kind of difficult to play, but people seem to be getting the hang of the strafing, and they seem to have turned out better, even better than like the Landmaster levels or the tricky levels, which is really cool. Radio Nokemont. Sorry, Ice, but I prefer your version much better. I mean, I'm not going to complain if you prefer my version more. Thank you. I'm happy you prefer my version more. See, Cody M512. Besides hating the character designs and that it's another remake, I do hate the... Yeah, I think the voices are far bigger crime is that's a bit of an inflammatory word. A far bigger problem than the aesthetic. You know, if it's still like Mike West or a really good voice actor like voicing Fox, or like really good voice actors, I could probably just close my eyes while playing the game and be like, at least, you know, at least Fox sounds awesome. But I think the voice acting is a far more egregious problem than the way everything looks. And not just the voice acting, but the actual rewritten dialogue is so bizarre. Some of the changes to the lines are so weird and like stupid, and just... So you have these multiple layers of things building on each other. You've got, okay, everyone looks kind of weird. You've got The dialogue has all been rewritten in strange ways. And then on top of that, you have subpar voice actors. And it keeps compounding on each other. And then you just get, at least for me, you get to a point where it's like, it's just too much. Sorry. But, yeah. So anyway, I'll show you, let me get the scene loaded up, or the cinematic loaded up in the scene. So it's a Farah join. Let's get the master shot and get the camera here and see Pepe's got his shades in this scene. No sound though, so whoa, Unreal just freaked out there. But I don't know, maybe I'll take off his shades in this scene. But see, there was this part right here where he leans down, and I was gonna have his eyes look up over his glasses, and I thought that would look kind of cool. So I kind of want to keep his shades in this scene. I wanted his eyes to peek over his glasses at Falco, but I don't know. I'll think about removing his glasses for this scene, or maybe he takes them off for a bit and puts them back on. So I agree, Ice, just how odd 26 has become. Yeah. You know what? When people have asked me what I think of it, because like someone out of the blue just randomly messaged me, this was a few days ago, just out of the blue, just asked me, hey, what do you think of the new game? And I responded, like, do you really want to hear my opinion? Like, I wanted to make sure, like, because I have a pretty negative opinion, and I don't want, I don't want to unnecessarily upset people. So this random person messaged me out of nowhere on Discord asking me what I thought, and I'm like, you know what, I think I have an analogy what to say. So I responded to this person. I'm probably just gonna say the same thing when anyone else asks me. I said, look, it's now canon in Star Fox that the characters take off their smelly boots and slap their stinky, sweaty feet onto documents in order to sign them. And I feel like that's just a perfect summation of all my thoughts and feelings. That image right there of these characters taking off their boots and slapping their sweaty, stinky feet to sign things. I don't think anything can sum it up better. It's weird, it's confusing, it's gross, and it's ultimately unnecessary. It doesn't add anything. That's really, it's like a perfect image. So that's probably what I'm just gonna tell people whenever they ask me in the future. Like, what do you say to that? Like, what do you say to someone who tells you that? Like, oh yeah, they slap their feet onto things to sign them. Like, I'd say keep the shades. Yeah, I'll keep the glasses because I want to do that part where he looks over his glasses at Falco. See, there's the voices, but also what the voices are saying. I'd be more forgiving if it wasn't the Lilat Wars again for the 5th time, but I feel like I'm beating a dead horse with that. Yeah, for me, I feel like I've said this and variations of the same thing for like, what, 2-3 months now, and I feel like I'm a broken record. But you're not alone. I have the same feelings as you. There's other people that have the same feelings as you. It seems like the country of Japan largely has the same sentiment. I've been, my friend, she voices Faye. I've been kind of keeping tabs on Japanese Twitter. If you go through Japanese Twitter and look at what people are saying, they're saying a lot of the same things. Plus, they have the extra layer of the dialogue sounding like it went through Google Translate. And like, I'm not even an expert in Japanese, and I already know there's some English-centric lines in the game that can't actually be properly translated in Japanese. So like, they're saying it sounds like Google Translate dialogue. So it's not, and if you look at, they have the, Famitsu's got the sales numbers. It's not selling well in Japan right now. They don't have all the digital sales numbers, but even if you're generous and you double the physical sales numbers, it's not looking good there. Let me put it this way. On its 5th week on being out in the market, Zero was still selling more copies. So I don't know. Japan. It doesn't seem like it's captured Japan. Maybe in America and Europe, a lot more people liked it. I don't know. Probably have an idea in the next few months. Vocal uncanny valley. I've never heard that expression before. Vocal uncanny. Is that a? Does that work? Is that? I'm trying to think if that actually makes sense. Vocal uncanny valley. I feel like there's a way for that phrase to work, but I'm so kind of delirious. I'm not sure if that's actually I like it though. Vocal uncanny valley. Interesting. I gotta hold on to that. Vocal uncanny valley. Let's see. I see people saying it's better because it's more like the original Japanese script. It's not. It's not like the original Japanese script at all. You don't even have to know Japanese if you listen to the original 64 and you listen to like all of the emotion and the zaniness and like the delivery. Like go listen to the fucking Shogun Warlord in the original Japanese 64. No, the dialogue is not at all like the original Japanese. Go on Japanese Twitter. Browse around, from 2 months ago, what people are saying. They're like, this is not like the original 64. Slippy's completely different, and it's not. I don't know where people got that. Well, I do know where people. There's some guy made a video like 2 months ago claiming that, and he omitted a bunch of stuff. He I don't want to accuse him of lying, but there's been a lot of gaslighting videos related to Star Fox over the last few months, and it seems I don't know why. I guess to justify changes. You don't need to justify the changes, though. That's what's weird about it. Just be like, oh, they changed a bunch of... It's a reboot. They changed a bunch of things, yada, yada, yada. You don't need to, like, really justify it. But anyway, some guy made a video saying it's like the original Japanese dialogue, and that's being parroted all over. It's the same thing with the cat was in a gang. Some guy made misinformation. Tons of people are parroting it. So no, it is not at all more like the original Japanese dialogue. Not at all. Not even close. It's a very English-centric script. And you don't even need to be an expert in Japanese. When you're listening to some of the lines in English, you know that there's no way to properly... Like, for example, the onomatopoeia, wow, my brain is imploding. The Lombardi onomatopoeia, there's no way to properly translate that into Japanese. That only works in English, because in English we have the word birdie, and then Falco's last name is Lombardi, so you can create an onomatopoeia from the sound of those. You can create an onomatopoeia from the sound of, those two words being smashed together to create a joke. And the irony is the Japanese language is actually really easy to make onomatopoeia, like, puns on. So there's, like, a huge irony that that joke can't actually be properly translated into Japanese. But, and there's a lot of things like that. And if you go look at what people are saying on Japanese Twitter, they're saying it sounds like Google Translate dialogue into Japanese. Peppy looking more like he's ready to welcome me to the matron. Fox, will you take the red or the blue? Fox, will you take the red or the blue pill? Oh my goodness! All right, let me finish lip syncing him, and then I'll see what you guys are saying, because there's not too much. There's a little bit to do, but I should have this done in like 5 to 10 minutes. All right, so let me finish this up.
My taters, just let
my taters. Sorry, I got a bit on the side. A lot of you, I wasn't expecting this many people to be on. Of course, you guys are all asking me a bunch of questions.
my tater.
I mean, I'm happy that a bunch of you are on and you guys are asking me questions. I just wasn't expecting it is all. And doing lip syncing while multitasking is a bit hard. Oh, okay, yeah, that needs to be like that. And let's add a little to his mouth there. Actually, let's add, a little there, and then reduce it back here. Let's see.
Mash my taters.
Mash my taters. Okay, this needs to be less. And then that goes like that. And then I think I'm going to combine A, E, I, and O here. And reduce that. Oh, it might be a little too much. Let me reduce the O. There we go. And back to the chish position. Just. And then L. Just let. Oh, it's too soon. Let. And then the FV, because he's going to say Fox. I actually think the last part of this line is actually going to cut from Peppy to show Fox and Farah. So I probably don't have to lip sync this last part, but I'm insane, so I'm going to lip sync it anyway, because I might change my mind. I might wait till he's done saying it for the camera to cut to Fox and Farah, so I'm gonna lip sync this part anyway. Oops.
Just let Fox have this, Falco.
Fox. Just let Fox have this, Falco.
Fox.
After I'm done lip syncing this, I just need to wait for 2 lines from Falco to lip sync, and then this whole scene will be done. Jero says he'll try and get those lines in. He said by the end of the week. I don't know if he meant this week or next week though, so it might not be till next week. So I'll probably still have the cut scene where Fox is having that conversation with Farah out before, even though it's chronologically after this one. So I apologize for the chronological confusion, but that scene is literally just got a few little touches and it's done. I wanted to get this one done first, but if Jero's too busy to get the lines in, then I'm gonna have the other one out first. So, but Peppy just got his lines in. Was it yesterday or the day before? So I've been lip syncing Peppy for the last 2 days.
Let Fox.
And then close that. I think there we go. Yeah, for have.
Fox.
Whoa, there we go.
Fox have.
FV.
Have.
In the TH position.
Have.
This. The AI.
Have.
Chish position. Again, like I said earlier, the chish mouth position and English, it's used so much. It's crazy. I never realized it till I started lip syncing just how often the CHISH, those mouth positions, are used in so many words in English. It's like the gritted teeth position. So I suspect it's different in different languages. There's more mouth positions that are more common in different languages.
Have this, Falco.
I'm actually wanting Faye's voice actress to do something as Faye in Japanese. So I might be lip syncing in Japanese at some point for Faye, but so it'll be interesting to see the differences in how the mouth moves in Japanese versus English. Let's get the L. Foul.
Go.
Falco. Alright, I think we're almost done here. Let's reduce that. Do the O mouth position.
Go.
And I'll add some AEI to it to exaggerate it. What? And then he does a little at the end, which is just the BMP mouth position. And there. After that, all of Pepe's lines for the scene are lip synced. I still need to animate all of his body movement, but he's lip synced for the scene. So.
Oh, mash my taters.
Never mind. Something went wrong back here. What's wrong? I think there's the FV. Yep. I have the FV. I forgot to set where is it? A keyframe at the wrong place. Wow, all the way over here. So let's set FV to 0. That should fix it.
Oh, mash my taters. Just let Fox have this, Falco.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So let's listen to all of his lines in this scene. So let me set it to tracks. So here's his first line in the scene.
Watch your ships, fellas. Here she comes.
Watch your ships, fellas. Here she comes.
Oh, button your beak, Falco. I've been trying to get Farah back on the team for years.
Awesome. And then let's get to the next line.
As senior member of the Star Fox team, so do I.
Yeah, it's still pretty rough.
Falco, if you were any more jelly, you'd need peanut butter.
I haven't done his eyes yet either.
Oh, mash my taters. Just let Fox have this, Falco.
Awesome. All right. Well, I finished lip syncing. Maybe I'll answer some questions and maybe I'll do some of his body movement for his last line. But I wanted to at least get the lip syncing done tonight. That was the purpose of the stream, and I got the lip syncing done. All right, let's see what did I miss. Mighty the Half Saiyan Hedgehog said gotta go. Oh, bye, Mighty the Half Saiyan Hedgehog. Thank you for showing up so late. Yes, Ice, it does. I agree big time. I don't remember or if I even saw what that's referring to. I'm sorry. I think I fell behind. So not at all. I played some of it and it is appalling. Like if Woody from Toy Story voiced by Tim Curry. Tim Curry's awesome though. If Tim Curry was at a Star Fox game, that'd probably be great. So I don't know. Tim Curry might be a wrong analogy. I would genuinely love to hear Tim Curry in a Star Fox thing. Not as Fox maybe, but let's see, who would Tim Curry be good as? If we're limited to Star Fox 64, who would Tim Curry be good at voicing? Maybe Galaxicos? I think Tim Curry could probably do a pretty good and funny Galaxicos, the Meteor Crusher. If we're not limited to 64, Tim Curry's general scales might be kind of interesting. Fox. Ruler, tyrant of Dinosaur Planet. I could probably see Tim Curry doing general scales. I might be a little... No, yeah, Tim Curry would probably do a pretty cool general scales. But if we're limited to 64, I think Galaxicos is probably the character Tim Curry would be most suited for. I could see him doing Galaxicos. He probably wouldn't quite sound like him, but he could probably pull off the demeanor of the Shogun Warlord from 64. And just hearing Tim Curry shout, "Cocky little freaks," would be really funny. Oh, man. Anyway, let me go back to that. I'm sorry, I got completely sidetracked by Tim Curry. So it'd be like if Woody from Toy Story was voiced by Tim Curry and does a different dialogue. I know what you're trying to say, but I feel like Tim Curry's probably too good of an actor to use for your analogy. Tim Curry would probably elevate Toy Story. Well, I get what you're saying, though. So, yep, called it. There's no such thing as someone who defends this game who isn't a liar, idiot, or both. I mean, there's definitely people. There's definitely people lying for sure. I don't like to flat out call people liars if I don't have evidence because I don't really know what's in people's hearts. Um, it seems like there's people who've been lying. And the weird thing is, it's like it's not really necessary. The lying seems to be motivated to like explain changes and stuff, but all you really need to say is like it's a reboot that changed a bunch of things. But I don't know if it's fair to say that don't even know if it's fair to say that everyone's a liar. There's definitely liars. I suspect people are lying, and then other people are that maybe don't know any better are taking that information and spreading it thinking it's true. So I don't know. I don't know. It's been really sad to watch though. It's been really sad to watch. Honestly, that's been the most disappointing thing about the whole thing, is just seeing the fandom kind of just devolve into, oh well, that's life, I guess. It's happened to other fandoms. I guess it's, not that unusual. Let's see what else you guys are saying. See, I think they would like the better. I'm not sure what if HE we're referring to with HE. I'm not sure. I think they would like the better HE after understanding Ice's version. I'm not sure what you mean by he. If that's like he, like as in a person, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean there. I'm sorry.
Is it capitalized?
It's all caps. Yeah, I feel like it's an abbreviation.
H at Verizon.
Oh, I mean, yeah, maybe you meant, I don't know, radio guy. I don't know if you meant EH and you just flipped it backwards. I don't know. Correct. Extrapolate on what you said there. I do love the scene of Shears getting his right leg shot off. I knew that would satisfy a lot of people who built up a hatred for Shears over the years. Let's see, lip syncing characters when we can't. Oh no, did I not show? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Unreal's in the way, isn't it? Oh no. No, guys, I'm sorry. It's so late at night. I'm so I had Unreal up in the way. I'm so sorry. I'm never doing it this late at night again. Oh my god, I had Unreal up in the way. I'm so sorry, guys. I was finishing the lip syncing. I had Unreal no. I'm sorry, everyone. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'll show you Pepe's line. At least you heard what he was saying, I hope. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys. I forgot to put Maya back in front of Unreal and OBS. Is there a way in OBS to make it so that whatever window you're working in automatically moves up? Because that has happened before. It doesn't seem to happen often, but that has happened once or twice before when I'm doing a live stream where I'll open another window to show something, and then I go back to working on something, and then I forget to put the thing I'm working on back on top. I heard okay, yeah, at least you guys heard the lines. Well, I'll show them now that you guys can actually freaking see them. Sorry about that. All right.
Watch your ships, fellas. Here she comes.
So, I'm so sorry, guys. Anyway.
Button your beak, Falco. I've been trying to get Farah back on the team for years.
It's still pretty rough though, and in Maya it shows it at a janky frame rate too, so it always looks jankier in Maya than it does in Unreal.
As senior member of the Star Fox team, so do I.
I also haven't done his eyes yet.
Falco. If you were any more jelly, you'd need peanut butter.
I need to do his ears too. I know I worked on his ears earlier, just not.
Oh, mash my taters. Just let Fox have this, Falco.
And I haven't done any of the animations for that. Just got him lip synced. All right, there we go. Now you guys saw it without Unreal being up in the way. God. Oh man. Tim Curry distracting me and imagining Tim Curry as Star Fox characters. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Only I have the brains to rule Lilat and smashing. Yeah, I don't know if Tim Curry would be appropriate for Andros, but I can hear it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I saw those comments. Nice Unreal. See, yeah, there's you guys mentioning Unreal being in the way. See, George Vega, I love your game. Thank you so much. I'm so happy people like the game. If they didn't like the game, I don't even think I would be aware Star Fox existed right now. I'd probably just, I don't know, be working on my own original thing right now and just blissfully unaware that Star Fox even still exists. And much like the peanut butter, that animation. That's awesome if it looks smooth, because that was in Maya, and Maya shows things a little bit jerky because it's not at 24 frames a second, and Maya doesn't have motion blur. I mean, Maya does technically have motion blur, but doesn't have motion blur during playback. So, but you can see some of those lines in Unreal because I already imported some of them here in Unreal, so they look smoother in Unreal. Like, where's the first one back here? Yeah, like right there. Oh, he's kind of distant, so it's hard to see him. But, you know, his first line is there. And then after they leave, right here where he interrupts Falco. Shut your beak, Falco. And there's the same part from another camera angle, because I'm going to have the camera cut in between. And the camera cuts on Slippy. Well, that was weird for the opening there. His eyes aren't moving, and then camera cuts to Rob. And that's where I was with camera cuts before I went back to lip syncing Peppy. So the lighting's messed up there, but I'll do that tomorrow probably. So yeah, on Unreal it looks smoother because Unreal is awesome like that. You heard the lines at least. Yeah, sorry I had that in the way of freaking Maya. I completely misread the number of watchers in here is 62, and I almost shot a brick. Like, there's no way there's 62 people watching this at freaking midnight. No, there's 17, which is still a lot of people. For the size of my channel, 17 is a lot of people to be watching at freaking midnight. So thank you guys who are up late. I guess if you guys have any more questions, I'll just do a Q&A for, maybe I'll go for a half hour, and then I usually get off at about 1 and I watch TV and then I go to sleep. So maybe I'll go for a half hour if you guys have questions and stuff. Because I think I'm too tired to do the rest of the body animation for Peppy. I know Kyle and I have been trying to do a stream lately. We might do a live stream on Sunday if he has Sunday off. We haven't fully worked that out yet, but sometime in the near future, Kyle and I are going to be doing a live stream. He's probably just waking up right now because he's in England. I love having a chin wag with the ice cream mix. Yeah. Let's see. Refiner, do you get any input on what the people in Japan think of your game? I don't have tons of opinions of people in Japan. The voice actress who voices Faye, she's in Japan, and I've asked her some stuff, but she's not like super social with like, I guess she doesn't know a ton of people who are really into Star Fox. So she's had to go out of her way to kind of get that information. She knows a lot more people that are into Zelda. I've asked her all kinds of like Zelda stuff in Japanese. So I don't really have my finger on the pulse of any like significant Japanese opinion of Event Horizon. Even Imamura, he's retweeted and shared some Event Horizon stuff, but I haven't heard his exact opinion on it. I've only asked him some questions and stuff, but I don't know what his exact opinion is on it. He's retweeted and shared some stuff, so I assume he's at the very least mildly amused by Event Horizon. But I don't think I can really answer that question for certain. I know there's people in Spain that seem to like Event Horizon. They've already tried to. They've got Spanish voiceovers. Oh, sorry. Well, they're in Mexico, not Spain, but they've got Spanish voiceovers to. They've started redoing, like, they got a Spanish voice actress to do Crystal and stuff. So I know there's people in Spain that seem to like it for sure. Ice, any new levels if possible or added cutscenes after the end credits? Do you mean the end credits for the Lilac Wars or the whole game? Because there's still a lot of levels left to make. I'm only about halfway through making the game right now. I'm very close to the exact halfway point as far as the levels in the game. Halfway through the Star Fox 2 campaign is halfway through the game. And I'm very close to the halfway point in the Star Fox 2 campaign, like 2 or 3 levels. I think I'm there, so... and there's still a lot of cutscenes I need to do. I'm not sure if you meant like the end credits to the whole game or not. Let's see. John, is it Kosif or Kuzif? Is it Sith like Sith from Star Wars or Kate Sith? I'm sorry, it's so late. I'm butchering all of your guys' names. I'm sorry. So I actually have a question. Will you be working on the voicing for the next Titanium mission? That one most likely will be the next one. All of the lines have been recorded except for Kat's for that level. Thea did all of Farah's lines for that level, but she still hasn't done Kat's lines for that level. Every other character has been voiced for the Night Titania level, so it's in Thea's ballpark now when she finishes Kat's lines for it, and so that'll most likely be the next level that's fully voiced. Solar has a bunch of its lines done. I think Solar's just waiting on... Let me check. I think Peppy's lines for Solar are done. Let me check. Let's see, levels, Lilac Wars, Solar... No, Peppy, Falco... Oh, Fox hasn't? I'm pretty sure Kyle did his lines for Solar. I thought Kyle did his lines for Solar. Alright, so Peppy and Falco haven't done their lines for Solar. I was certain Kyle did Fox's lines for Solar, but if he did, I misplaced them in the wrong folder. Let me double check. Control F, Fox. No, Kyle might not have... Okay, Kyle might not have done Fox's lines for Solar, right? So Solar might not be as done as I thought it was. So yeah, the Nighttime Titania is probably next. Yeah. Unreal. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Unreal's... Oh my god, I was showing the Unreal. Guys... It's almost 1 in the morning here, and it's probably even later in where you guys live. I'm so... I can't... Oh my god, my mic is falling down. I'm not even drunk. I did it again. I can't believe I did it twice in one stream. I forgot to put Unreal above Maya. Oh my god. Let me go do that. I need to find a way in OBS. Oh wait, no, in OBS, Unreal is above Maya. What? Are you what's going are you messing with me now? It looks like Unreal's above Maya. Oh. Okay, no, it's not. Wait. No, it's not. All right. Never mind. Yeah, Maya was... Sorry, guys. I did that, but in reverse a second time. All right, so I'll show you the fucking... I'll show you the fucking thing in Unreal. I should not do live streams this late at night. So yeah, it looks smoother in Unreal than it does in Maya because Unreal has the motion blur and it has the better frame rate. So let's go over to Peppy, where he's shutting Falco up. And then same thing from another camera angle. Slippy's got no animations there. And then his mouth droops for a second there when he starts talking. I don't know what happened there. Camera cuts to Rob, and that's all I got done for the camera cuts. All right, hopefully that showed up without Maya being in the way. It looks like an OBS, that Unreal's on the top, so... Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, Ka Sith, yeah, I know. I just call him Kate Sith because I'm a filthy American. Oh, no, okay, no, your name's pronounced Ka Sith. Okay, I thought you were saying Kate Sith from Final Fantasies. Wow, guys, it's so late. Forgive me. I thought you were saying Kate Sith. Well, I don't think it's Ka Sith, although I wouldn't be surprised because it's Gaelic. But, or not Gaelic. Fucking whatever. You know what I'm saying? No worries, Ice. You're doing great. I'm the same at the moment. It's all the gaslighting, man. It's making me delirious. Hello, Ice Cream Man. I'm one of the members of the Eggman Empire. Oh, are you doing the lives or I don't know if it was you or you were on that stream. The Eggman guy who was live streaming Event Horizon like a week or two ago. That was a fun stream. Thank you guys for streaming Event Horizon. That was a lot of fun. I'm looking for... I don't know if you guys have done it yet, but when you guys get to Soria and Star Fox 2, I'll try and make it to the stream. That was a lot of fun. Someone else just streamed Event Horizon today, and I was in their stream for like 4 hours, and I got like no work done because I can't multitask when I'm watching people do live streams of Event Horizon. Who's messaging me now? No one's messaging me. See, Refinder, I saw some of this cutscene when Austin was playing it. I was on, not all of them, but on a few of Austin's streams when he was streaming Event Horizon. I don't know if I was in the one you were on. So not on the former Bluebird website, so I don't see... Oh, yeah, Twitter. Yeah, I post little updates on Twitter. So I'm really excited to see what his take on Star Fox Assault Command, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the Assault stuff especially. I don't think I'll be able to top the Star Fox 2 stuff, but Assault is probably gonna come close. Yep, I'm one of those people on the stream, don't worry. Yeah, that stream was a lot of fun. I'm happy people are streaming. More and more people seem to be streaming Event Horizon, which is really... Yeah, like, again, some person I've never heard of before started streaming it today and told me about it, and I went and watched their stream. That was really cool. They're having a lot of fun, and then they made it to Warlock Mountain, and somehow they completely broke the level, and they still managed to beat the Warlock Mountain level, despite the fact they broke the camera... And they were sequence breaking it and driving the hover bike through walls and stuff. They somehow and at the very end of the level, they drove off the barrier and fell into like the infinite void. And somehow it still triggered the victory condition for the level. So they beat the level even though they completely broke it. That was a lot of fun that's how their stream ended today too. It was crazy and really fun to watch. The more Event Horizon streams, the better. Yeah. The more people that stream it, maybe more people will find out about it. Yeah, there's been a lot of positive. There's been quite a few really nice comments about it lately. There was someone the other day. I don't want to be inflammatory. Someone on Twitter who is saying, they don't want to throw shade at the remake, and then they started saying, they're more so complimenting the voice actors in Event Horizon. Someone on Twitter was saying a bunch of really nice stuff. And someone else hopped in and said, I'm going to throw shade, and they were a complete dick, which made me laugh, but I'm like, oh man, dude, you're going to piss people off. Even though I kind of agreed with what he was saying. Oh man, that was funny. And then Estella said something, and Twitter's wild sometimes. But it's been nice to see some positive stuff lately. So it's fun seeing more people playing Event Horizon on YouTube. It gives a better sense of how the game will play for the end user. Yeah, and some of these live streams help me figure out how to fix things too, or issues that, like, I've already fixed a few things from when Jetters started. The Landmaster was functioned completely different like a year ago. I think Jetter really was like the first person who really started streaming Event Horizon, but he was pointing out things with the Landmaster that just weren't working right. And the Landmaster is a lot better now because I was able to watch his streams and kind of see what he was talking about. And there's things in other streams that have helped me find issues and stuff to fix. So yeah, some of the live streams end up being really helpful and like helping things get better too. See, DT Fultz. Oh yeah, Harry. Yeah, he's Harry, and he just recorded a bunch of lines like a week ago too that I gotta lip sync and animate. He's the voice of the Shogun Warlord. That's awesome. Yeah, he just did. He hadn't recorded anything in years because he voiced the Shogun Warlord. But there's a scene with that character in Galaxicos that's coming up to animate soon. So he just did a bunch of lines for him. I think like not even a week ago. It might have been 2 weeks ago. Time's kind of blurry for me. So yeah, that's awesome. See, Volks dude, I'm mixed on the remake. On one hand, I might have jumped the gun on a few things, but one thing I will say and agree with is the voice acting could have been directed better. Yeah, it's that part for sure is a misfire, sadly. Oh well. I mean, that's what I feel like I say about like every Star Fox game since like 2004 is, oh well. Oh well. See, I know people joke about Crack Monroe, but she lives out of her ship and kills people for money. That woman probably sleeps in her makeup. In the original game, I don't know about the remake. In the original, again, all the fucking gaslighting and misinformation about the character. In the original 64, she didn't live in her ship. In the original 64, the reason she's doing what she's doing is Andross and Venom basically broke her bike. Broke her ride. So she stole an invader ship and basically started shooting at Venom for breaking her bike. There's nothing in the game that really implies that she's living. And I don't think that's the case in the remake either. I think people were just saying that. I don't know why. Maybe because she, looks like a fucking homeless bum in the game. And they thought, oh, she looks like a homeless bum, so she must live in her ship. Or I don't know. There's been so much gaslighting and just wrong information about character details and stuff that it's hard to sift through it all. Again, to like... The subject had kind of, faded away because it seems like a lot of people haven't been talking about the game anymore. Just out of nowhere, someone on YouTube today dug up all the cat stuff, and I was, sent me a comment on YouTube, and I was responding to them like, look, this is This was the original backstory. This is the Japanese subculture. Her aesthetics and personality were based on. They basically ignored everything I said and just like went into full rude mode. So yeah, the gaslighting stuff really upsets me. What you gonna do about it? I mean, literally, I think on Reddit as we speak, which, you know, Reddit is a cesspool to begin with, but there's people just spreading, you know, wrong information and arguing with me. And I even told them, like, I'm not going to argue with you, dude. Oh, bless you, Lizzie.
Thank you.
Crap one, right? Yeah, that... I remember when I first... someone sent me an image of that and then showed me that name pun. And I think I was almost hospitalized from being out of breath live on camera. That was so funny to when I first saw that. So speaking of recording lines, I managed to sort out my Discord. When would be a good time to send some audition samples? I'll just send them to me whenever you got them done. And if there's a character that your samples I think sound appropriate for, I might put you on that role. Most of the characters have already been cast now, but they're still like kind of random side characters and one-off roles that don't have voices yet. Fair enough, but I don't know. I like Kat looking more rough around the edges because, I mean, she's a mercenary. She's actually not a mercenary. Again, with the... I don't blame you if you believe that, because, again, people have been spreading that, but she's actually not a mercenary. That's actually not... maybe she is in the new game, and I didn't catch that detail, but in the original 64, she's not a mercenary. She's basically a street racer. I'm not sure where people got the notion that she's a mercenary from. Or even the video that said she is, because she's not. See, I feel. Well, don't feel stupid and dumb. You might have heard that from a lore video saying that was the case, and. You know, why would people lie about something like that? You know, if that's where you got that information from, I don't blame you. But no, she wasn't a mercenary, at least not in the original 64. Julian Incorporated or Julian Inc. What are your thoughts on that? Are people just going to keep asking me this until the end of time? I said it earlier in the stream, but... Like I said earlier in the stream, I think I have a way to answer this that kind of sums everything up. It is now canon in Star Fox that the characters take off their smelly boots and they slap their sweaty, stinky feet onto documents in order to sign them. And I think that is an image that sums up my thoughts on that game better than anything else I could say.
Makes absolutely no sense.
It makes absolutely... I think she thinks it's even crazier than I do.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they did that.
I think they just wanted to keep the paw prints because they're like, ooh, paw
They should have
prints are
just put
cute.
on... The funny thing is, my version of Fox, in the intro, if you look on his hands, he's got the beanie paw prints on his hands. They could have just made their hands...
Yeah, but that's not the same.
I don't know. I don't know what their thinking was. I don't know. Maybe they thought it was funny and it just didn't come off as funny, at least to me. I thought it was just weird and gross.
The other possible reason is they were just trying to be different. And it's like...
I get that vibe about a lot of stuff in the
like
game for sure.
figure
I don't know
out
if you
what
guys
that-
can hear her or
what
not.
that means in universe. That makes no sense. If someone hands you, keyword hands you a document to sign, you're not going to put it on the floor and take off your shoes. That's so
They do in
stupid.
Star Fox now.
We even we do fingerprints for things that like use a print instead of signing. Like
We do
why
it.
would you take off
They
your-
do
if
it in
you-
Star Fox
If you
now.
did need something unique that you wanted to do that was different, that was not a fingerprint, nose prints are unique.
Oh yeah, little nose prints.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their nose prints would be unique. So you could do something like that. It's like a million things are more convenient than using the feet. That's ridiculous.
Well, and also what makes it even funnier is their feet are all really tiny. So like they have to like their feet are so short they have to like bend up their feet. It's so dumb. I don't know what they were thinking. If I'm being charitable, I think they thought it just would have been funny or something, but I don't. It's whatever the case is. I feel like that image of like them with their little feet, like taking off their boots and trying to like put it on a document. I feel like that sums up all of my thoughts like so perfectly. It's weird, it's confusing, it's gross, and it's unnecessary. Like that, like that's perfectly sums it up. Someone in the chat says they were thinking of a nose print right before you said it.
Yeah.
I might do that in Event Horizon.
Yeah,
maybe I'll do the nose print stuff. I don't know. It won't work for Slippy though, because Slippy's doesn't have like a mammal's nose. So
it might. I don't know. Look it up. I actually saw someone program their.
Or if Falco's got the beak, he can't
like,
really do a nose print.
When you get a new
See, I'm putting thought into it. And I'm like, no, the nose print thing might not work. Now that I think about it, it only worked for mammals.
Actually, for a bird, it would work for their tongue.
That's kind of gross.
I've seen birds.
I mean, people have licked documents before.
I've seen birds play with tablets using their tongue.
That's kind of getting into weird and gross territory, like the feet. So I don't think I'm gonna do.
It's still more convenient.
Yes, it's more convenient I don't think ergonomics the right word, but I know what you're saying. Like they don't have to fucking bend their tiny feet up. He could just, I get it. Yeah.
I actually saw someone program their phone's thumbprint scanner.
They have hands. They should just do hand or thumbprints. Like, and I have the beans on the hand, so I could just do the hand. Like.
I don't know if bean prints are unique. I don't know if they have like the ridges that we do.
Well, they think that with their feet in the new game, so I don't know. Whatever. That was a weird. I didn't mean to go off on that whole tangent with my fiance, like to answer that question. Hopefully, I answered your question, Julian. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm sorry. Yeah, Lizzie's right. The funny thing is she's not even like into Star Fox. She doesn't know much about Star Fox. She briefly was it Adventures you briefly played like 20 years ago?
I saw my brothers playing it.
Okay, so like she's not like a Star Fox fan, but when I tell her about some of the Star Fox stuff, she like shreds it apart even more than I do. I'm the guy who has an emotional attachment to Star Fox. I love Star Fox, and when I see the stuff that like I don't like, it kind of upsets me. But even I'm like, I'm just like, oh, I don't like it. She just fucking calls out how stupid ass some of this shit is. Maybe it's because you don't have any like emotion.
I don't have an
so you're able to just be like,
yeah, it's objective.
Really pick it apart.
Like once I saw that fan art that you showed me with the paw print thing, I'm like, then it clicked. I'm like, oh, they might just think the paw prints are cute. It says the hands don't have the cute little animal paw prints anymore. They're using the feet, but it's still in universe. It's completely impractical. It makes no sense.
I have a theory. What if it is supposed to be the hands, and the person who came up with that idea, maybe they thought the paw print thing was supposed to be their hands, but there was like miscommunication or something, and maybe they didn't realize on the models. Oh wait, no, that isn't true because Falco's feet. Falco does his. It's not a feather print; it's his footprint. Never mind. No,
yeah,
it's the feet.
Yeah.
It's the feet. They don't. It's the feet. It's not the.
No sense.
Never mind. As soon as I thought about it for a few seconds, like, nope. I'm trying to kind of defend it. I'm trying to find a defensible reason, and I think about it for a few minutes, like, nope, it's the feet. Never mind.
Like the thing is, like, if you're going to create a rich fantasy world or a sci-fi world, you have to think about how things look in universe, how they function, and it's completely impractical for them to be handed in their hands a document to sign, and they drop it on the floor, use their hands again to take off their feet just to put their feet on it. Like, why would you go through that much effort? That makes no sense.
I don't know. Either they thought it.
Next time someone wants me to sign sign a document. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna like go through the effort of like taking
Good
off
luck.
my shoes.
Yeah, just do that to someone and see how they react. Oh my goodness! And on top of that, it's on their ships too. So like they had to like get up and like put their feet up on their. It's so weird. Like
to like open a door or what?
no,
like,
to like put their footprint on the ship. And but if it was done with their hand, you know, they could just put it right on the ship. But it's like it's high up on the ship, so they would have had to like get up on like a thing and like go upside down and put their footprint on the side of the ship. It's like. What?
That's a really funny image.
I know, like,
but
why?
Like,
Did they think about it?
No one would do that.
It's so weird. And it's like, sorry, guy, I completely went off on a whole side tangent with Lizzie. Yeah, I think Lizzie's ranting even more. Like, again, she's not a Star Fox fan. She's never gonna play a Star Fox game, and she's shredding that game apart even more than me.
It's bad writing.
I don't know what to even call that. I don't know if that's bad writing. That's just...
I'm special, and I feel like doing something different. This world is not Earth, and the people aren't humans. How can I make this different? Oh, they signed with their paw prints. It's like, think about it, though. That's impractical. They still have hands. They're never going to do that. They're not apes. They don't have hands on their feet. Okay, this isn't...
Well, that might work for Andros and the Monkeys,
they did that
though.
in Planet of the Apes.
The Tim Burton one?
Yes.
The movie that everyone hated because they thought it was fucking stupid ass.
That's the only thing I remember about that movie.
Great example! Great example, Lizzie!
Literally, the only thing I remember about that movie is there was a point where I think it was the main character female ape was writing with her hand, and then she switched to one of her feet. And I'm like, that's kind of funny. But that's the only thing
yeah, the one example you can think of where someone else did that, it's a movie that's almost universally hated.
But
Great
the
example.
thing is, at the very least, they have hands like...
Yeah, at the very least,
and they weren't
fair enough.
She wasn't wearing shoes.
Fair
and she
enough.
was in a crouched position, so her feet and her hands were all by the paper. So at least that made sense in context. But see, at least they had context. There's no reasonable context for taking off your shoes for your tiny little paw print to sign a document.
This is really funny. Like, it's just funny seeing you get so passionate about something you're not even interested in. I might have to, like, clip this.
More like...
Be like, Lizzie's foot signature rant. Yeah, like, here I am trying to be charitable. Like, I think they just thought it was funny and didn't think about it. You're like, no, it's fucking stupid. It doesn't make any sense. And I agree with you. It's just funny. Oh my goodness. Oh man. I don't know if you guys even heard all that. Well, yeah, you guys seem to be laughing. Yeah, I don't... Oh, sorry, that was a huge tangent. I don't know what the hell the foot thing was all about. I don't know if that was just them being funny or they didn't think about it, but it sums up all my thoughts on the game perfectly in one image of a stinky foot on signing a document. Saying we could have had Fox booping his snoot to sign the invoice. Yeah, like...
That would be cute. Boop the snoot.
Yeah, that would be cute, and it wouldn't be that gross. But again, when I was thinking about it for a few minutes, I'm like, but that wouldn't work for Falco or especially because Slippy's nose is like on top of his head now. So even in the new version, if they booped their noses, Slippy would have to like bend his head down and like bop his fucking head nose onto it. And, like, again, the hands, just do the hands. It works.
If it's based on a registered print, it can be anything that they chose. Their snoot.
Oh yeah.
It can be their snoot.
So different for different species.
Frogs do have unique toe prints. Falcos can be...
His feathers. I don't know if feathers have unique patterns on them.
No, because feathers move around, so no, feathers don't. It would have to be his tongue. Unless...
I don't know.
Does he have hands under his feathers?
He does. Well, not in the new game he doesn't. In the new game it's just yeah, he's just holding things with flimsy feathers. It looks so stupid.
That doesn't make any sense. They don't have any joints. You could have given him little dinosaur hands.
They gave him little dinosaur feet. That he signs things with. He signs things with his little dinosaur feet.
Okay, well, Falco may be the only one for whom the feet make any sense at this point. But it would probably be his
They're still
tongue.
small, though, and he has to, like, hunch and, like, bend them. And
It would have to be his tongue.
Don't give them any ideas.
Unless
They're gonna do that in the
unless
sequel.
unless he signs his name, signs it, not prints it. Signs his name.
Don't give them ideas with the tongue.
I'm not giving them ideas. They already messed up. It's your idea.
No, it's your idea, not mine.
I mean, I'm giving you ideas.
Okay. The nose boop is really cute. If I can find a way to make it work, I will, but I see logistical problems with characters that don't have noses in the way that mammals do.
Well, again,
like Falco and Slippy.
I was trying to tell you earlier. I saw some.
Guys, this stream went on a total tangent.
I saw.
Hope you guys are having fun.
I saw a video of someone who programmed their phone's fingerprint scanner to their cat's nose. It doesn't have to be it could be whatever print they want. It's because the fingerprint scanners, they're pattern scanners, and they don't care what the pattern is, as long as it's a unique pattern.
All right, well, I'll hold on to that thought, and I'll consider the nose boops. Like, the nose boops would work for most of the characters, because most of the characters actually have noses, but Falco and Slippy don't. What other characters?
Could use his fingerprints.
That's they're really all fingerprints just make the most sense because of where the hands are located. Like, that's why humans use their hands, because like it makes the most sense.
I'm not gonna lie, I literally have, when my phone was on a timer, used my nose to press a button when I was in the middle of washing my hands. I've done that.
I'll see what I could do. I'm not making them sign thing with their feet though. Okay, I think Lizzie's done ranting about the feet. Oh my goodness. I see someone saying Falco is technically a dinosaur. Yes, Falco is related to dinosaurs. So he might have some genetic connection to the fucking sharp claws.
I promise you, he's got dormant genes for hands.
Oh yeah, someone's even talking about how Star Fox will put handprint style signatures, getting me thinking, what about hooved animals? You know, like pigma. Yeah. Like,
I don't know if those are unique.
It could be as simple as they didn't think it through, and it's just a big oopsie.
But how would they, if they're hooved, how would they do anything?
Dude, I think we're putting more thought than the developers did into this.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, well, again, I'm developing a game, and, like, I make mistakes. I've caught myself making mistakes. But, like, I try to think things through before I do them, and I try to think about the ramifications of decisions and stuff I make. I try to figure out why characters do things. I try. Like, I don't always succeed, but, like, it's like they didn't even try, or they did, and they didn't care. I don't know, but it's just so... Oh my goodness, that's just one thing. Like, there's so many things I haven't even told you about in that game. And I'm not going to, because it's probably going to turn into you, like, going, like, that's so stupid for, like, an hour.
Well, for some things it depends on the context of the universe, but just, like, from a practical standpoint, using your feet instead of your hands is just dumb. I don't care what species you are.
It depends. It's dumb in the setting because everything's clearly designed around using hands, like humans, because everyone's roughly humanoid.
Okay, see, we had this conversation. Dinotopia did it right. All of the bipedal dinosaurs right by doing a dance in the sand. They stamped their footprints, and the footprints in combinations make, like, characters.
Right.
But see, that's because they don't have hands.
Yeah.
And they developed that system. I mean, they sort of do, but they developed that system of writing before humans brought pens.
Right.
So, and then the humans,
well,
they
thought
adapted it
the author of Dinotopia thought it through.
Yeah, because James Gurney is awesome. He does books on painting too.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, anyway, Julian, I don't know if you were expecting I don't know how long that went on, a rant from Lizzie about feet.
I have to
to answer your question about what I think about a video game. Sorry. Yeah, people thought your rant was funny though. I might actually clip your rant and just be like Lizzie's foot rant.
I'm glad I could give some entertainment value.
Yeah, I was not expecting that tonight. She was not in fact done ranting. It's funny to me because she's like not even interested in Star Fox at all. So it's just funny to see her get more passionate about it than even me.
If anything, I think I actually tend to be more forgiving if I've played a game. And I'm like, I kind of see what they were thinking, but like from the outside looking in, I'm just like, that just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. Not that things necessarily have to make sense, but I don't know. I just. Anyway, she would make a good Five Nights at Freddy fan if she rants like this about every detail in the game.
Why is that?
I don't know. I only have a surface level knowledge of Five Nights at Freddy's.
I mean, I don't like puppets, so.
Well, you wouldn't like the original Star Fox then with the puppets, because they are puppets in that game. Tim Curry is a hyena space pirate. So talking about... Oh, I already read that with the hooves, yeah. The Sargasso Space Zone is looking stacked. Do you mean in Assault or Event Horizon? I don't know if I've shown the Sargasso stuff recently or at all. See, Retinol would be more logical unless they do a Simon Phoenix from Demolition Man. Oh, yeah. Demolition Man's a fun movie. How would a horse function in the setting? Would they have hands or hooves? They'd probably have hands. All the animals seem to have hands, and at least until the remake, they all seem to have hands. See, what's your thoughts on Deltarune Chapter 5 releasing next to the release day of... Well, I mean, again, I have, just from osmosis, I have, you know, like a surface level knowledge of Undertale and Deltarune and all that. I've never actually played any of them. So I don't know too much about them, and I'm not super familiar with them. And I did notice... I did notice that a lot more people bought it and were streaming it that day, though. Just, you know, because I was looking up streaming numbers and stuff for different games, and I noticed Deltarune was, like, thousands more people than the Star Fox on Twitch. So I did notice that. But I don't know if I have, like, actual thoughts on it because I'm just not... I haven't played Deltarune at all, and I'm not super familiar with it. The feet rant is hilarious. I'm glad you guys thought the feet rant was funny. I might actually clip that. I thought it was funny. Maybe I should do some of these streams really late at night. So long story short, birds are classified as avian dinosaurs. Extinct ones are non-avian dinosaurs. Oh, I saw someone asking an Event Horizon question. I can't take the suspense, so spoil me. Who's the mastermind behind the war with Doza? Because it certainly isn't Pepper. It's not exactly Pepper. Your instinct is right. It's not quite General Pepper. I don't know if I'm going to spoil it. I have spoiled it to some people on my Discord. No, I didn't spoil it on my Discord. I did... Let me put it this way. If you're familiar with Star Fox 2, there actually is an instance in Star Fox 2 where you have to fight Corneria. And that's kind of a hint as to what's going on. I basically laser focused on that and kind of ballooned it up into a larger scale thing. That one thing from the original Star Fox 2 game. See, Miss, is it Maeve or Ameve? Can we at least agree that Kat's command design is her worst design? Okay, let me phrase it this way. Her design from Command, at the very least, fits the personality and the traits of the character than the new design. I'll say that. It's probably going to be one of those taste things, I guess. It's more so a matter of like what actually suits the character. So I'm sorry, I'm having trouble thinking now. It is getting late. What time is it? Oh my goodness, it's past 1 in the morning. I probably should go to sleep soon. I'm having a bit of fun. See, also, how would fish people work? The anglers from Command, would they wear Darth Vader style climate control suits? I'm pretty sure that's what they did in Command, if I remember right. You just flood planets with poison water. There's their planet destroying weapon. That might be a thing in Star Fox Event Horizon where they flood planets. See, I mean Sargasso Space Zone, as in all the pirate ideas floated with Tim. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what his reference to. See, I'm awake. Who starts a stream at 8:30 in the morning? I don't normally do, but apparently I did. Where I live, it's not 8:30 in the morning though. It's freaking 12:30 in the morning.
No, it's 1:17.
Well, when I started the stream, I think it was 12:30. I think it was a little bit past midnight. See, all because of my question. Yeah, you got Lizzie ranting about feet. Oh man, I hope I actually answered your question, Julian.
Sorry.
See, I spoiled myself with your YouTube channel before Eggman streamed more of Horizon. Oh well. Hopefully it was good spoilers. Seems like it was. See, fracturing the ranks along the lines of what Shears was trying to do. I mean, that's a good guess, but I don't know if I'm going to spoil. So the logistics of moving that much poison water around is mind-boggling, unless it's with portals. It's a lot. Yeah. Depending on where you got the water from, like, just right off the top of my head, assuming venom, like, why would you do that to It'd make more sense for them to poison the already existing water on planets like Corneria, but obviously there's a lot of planets in Star Fox that don't seem to have water. They might have some residual water in the atmosphere, or they could, do some kind of like acid rain thing. There's some things that could be worked out, but the logistics of actually flooding an entire planet with water from another planet is pretty insane. So, if you had the power to do that, you would be doing it's a Dyson sphere problem. If you had the resources and the power to create a Dyson sphere, you already would have way more. You would have better ways of harvesting and or generating energy that you wouldn't need to build a Dyson sphere. It's kind of one of those kind of problems. You need to use space water. Oh my goodness, some of your time zones it's really early. Yeah, I don't know. Should I keep going, guys? Do you guys want me to keep going, or should I wrap it up? I normally get off at 1 in the morning. That was a weird pause. Yeah, I'll pause it there. Do you guys want to keep? How many people are watching? Still got, I think, 19 people watching. That's a drop to 17 as soon as I said that. That was a lot of people for this hour. Let's see. I think I know who. Dr. Marjorie Makepeace. I feel like I should know that name, but I'm not sure who Dr. Marjorie Makepeace. I feel like I know what that name is or what that's from, but I can't think of it. So you're a finder. If you're tired, sleep. I mean, I'm a little tired. I just keep I think when I get tired, I get a bit delirious, so I like kind of lose focus on what I'm doing. Yeah, see the Dyson Sphere stuff. Fair. I'll go. Let's see. It's almost 1:30. I'll go for 10 minutes if you guys have questions. If no one asks questions in the next few minutes, then I'll get off. How about that? Does that sound good? Best Farah I've ever seen. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, I really like how Farah turned out. I'm really sad that she's gone soon. But the guy who was live streaming today, he didn't know anything about, Farah. He wasn't even familiar. He wasn't familiar with the character. He thought at first she was a fan character, and then people in the audience told him she was actually from the comics or whatever. So he was learning about Farah while playing the Lilat Wars game and getting to know her. He had no idea what happens to her by the end of the Lilat Wars, and then he got to the level. If you know the level, and he went on a bit of a compliment kind of tirade, like, wow, you actually made me feel something for like a character I didn't know much about. Like modern, he's basically saying how modern media like doesn't do that anymore. And he was like completely caught off guard. And I'm like, yes, I did it. I did it. I did it. I killed Littlefoot's mother. I did it. I got someone who didn't even know about Farah, who'd only just been introduced to her, actually feel something. I did it. I killed Littlefoot's mother. So that was wild to witness in a live stream today. What scene from another movie do you want to recreate into Star Fox Event Horizon? I mean, I like to try and kind of not, one for one recreate already existing things, but sometimes it's just the influence is so strong, there's not really any resisting it, and sometimes it just kind of happens because something is so baked into your brain. As far as like consciously recreating a particular scene from a movie in Event Horizon, if there was one, what would probably from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, the Mexican showdown between Joe and Angel Eyes. And why am I forgetting the name of the third character from... Why am I forgetting his name? Wow. Anyway, the Mexican show-off between those three, I'd probably recreate something like that. But I'd still probably try and find a way to do something a bit different. So many people have taken from that scene from that movie. So again, the Mexican show off in that movie it's so baked into people's psyche that I think people use it without even realizing it. Did Estelle Ellis ever get a new chair, or is she still sinking to the bottom of her desk with the gamer chair? She has a new chair now, I'm pretty sure. She stopped sinking into the chair. Oh, Estelle. She finally did all of the singing for the karaoke scene, so maybe I'll do some animation for that next week, even though I still have I'm still waiting on a bunch of stuff from some of the other characters. Estelle did all of the singing for the karaoke scene. I'm really excited to do that scene. I think that's going to be the best scene in the whole game. That's one I wanted to have it done, back in June, but unfortunately just things, didn't plan out, so it's probably not going to be done till like fucking December at this rate. Let's see, I remember last stream you talked about that. Oh yeah, I don't know if you brought that up because I just mentioned it, or that was just like perfect timing, but Yeah, no, Estelle did all of her singing for the karaoke scene. Kyle did all his singing. He did his first like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm still waiting for some more. But I have enough that I could start animating parts of it. Hey, Platinum Lucario. Yeah, it's in the middle of the day in your time zone. I think you're in Australia. I think. So I'm quite happy with how it turned out. Oh, with how it turned out. Did I miss something? You said. Let me scroll back up. Might have missed what you said earlier. Oh, I'm not seeing what you said. Oh, I'm sure you'll let me know what you thought, what you're happy with how it turned out. Let's see, Ice. You should link Eggman's stream to your YouTube channel, and then to your YouTube channel the next time Eggman streamed the next episode. If I can figure out how to do that, do you mean in like one of my videos, or like is there a way on my YouTube channel to do something like that? Might have to explain more what you mean. Like what like is there a thing on you? Sorry, let me read that again. Sorry, I'm tired. Let me read what you said again. You should link Eggman's stream to your YouTube channel the next time Eggman streamed the next episode. Is that like is there a way to make it so like, are you saying like there's a way to make it so like my channel like informs other people on YouTube that a different channel is streaming? Is that what you're saying? If that is what you're saying, I didn't even know that was possible on YouTube. That's a really cool feature. How do you do that? Or did he mean something else? So Misty RR YouTube. I am glad you were still working on this. Yeah, I'm glad that you and other people are glad. And I'm glad I'm still working on it too, because for the last few months it's been kind of hard to stay motivated with Star Fox stuff, to be honest. I really want to move on to my original stuff, and Estelle does too. But there seems to be a lot of people that really like the Event Horizon stuff right now, so I've kind of been doing my best to stick with it. Like a lot of people lately. See, Thought Post. I don't know what let me look up Thought Post. What's a Thought Post? Thought Post YouTube. What the hell? All these fucking ads are coming up on Google. What the hell? Thought Post YouTube. To make a community. Oh, I know what the community post. I didn't know those were called Thought Posts. I know how to do a community post. Is that what you meant? I didn't know they were called Thought Posts. And when I did a Google search, it called it a community post too. Okay, yeah, if you meant a community post, I can do that. I know how to do a community post. I've done them before. I've never heard people call them thought posts before, though. I'm like, what's a thought post? Can YouTube read my mind now? Yeah, definitely I'll do a community post the next time there's a stream. Let's see, Lucky Stitch 626. Yeah. You know, on the other side of the planet from Mr. Platinum Lucario. See, I guess the only way that I could think of is maybe okay. Yeah, I think you meant community post. I think the chat's behind me a bit, so I'll wait to see if that's what you say. Link Eggman's stream through a post on your YouTube channel so everyone in this chat follows. Are you saying to post it on this chat now, or did you mean the community post? So I apologize. It's very late, and I'm not. I think I understand you, but now are you saying to post it in this chat? But if so, I need a link to his. He's not streaming now, I'm guessing though. All right, just let me know if you mean community post. I'm sorry. I probably should go to bed now. Okay, no, the chat's just behind. Okay, you'll probably say community post or something in like the next minute or two, and then I'll be like, okay, cool, we're caught up. Or you'll correct me that you didn't mean the community post, and I'll be like, my brain. Oh, man. Ugh. Man, how far behind are you guys? Because yeah, I'm not even seeing any more comments. Or let me refresh. Maybe I'm behind. Let me refresh the page. And hope I don't accidentally disconnect the live stream. But okay, yeah. I think it just wasn't updating on mine. Now it says community post. No worries. Link it to your community. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. I think we're all caught up now. Yeah. I'll do a community post. I never even thought to do that. I didn't know they were called thought posts though. So now I know if someone says thought post, they might mean the community posts. So you might have missed this. Dr. Majory make pieces of fan fiction character from Star Fox Transit of Serenia. Oh, okay. Yeah. No. I feel like I have heard that name before. I don't know if it was outside of that though, because I'm not sure how familiar I am. I don't know if I've heard of Transit of Serenia, but I feel like I've heard of that character's name before. Let's see, how do you go about selecting the music for the current campaign? Do you mean the style of the Star Fox 2 campaign music? If that's what you mean, it's because it's set in the 1970s, so I'm like, it's gotta sound like it's in the 70s. And then I just try to make it sound as good as possible. Assuming that's what you meant. If you meant in general, I just whatever sounds best. I'm very, very picky about music. I'm very picky about the voiceovers. I even said, right before I started getting voice actors in the project, I was going to be super picky because voiceovers are such an important part of Star Fox. I've been saying for years, especially if we're talking about 64 in particular, the voiceovers and the banter between the characters are like the absolute most important things about that game. I've been saying that for years. Case in point, what some of you guys were saying about the remake earlier in the chat. They seem to have not hit the mark on those two specific things. But years ago, I've been saying it for years. Those are the two absolute most important, more than the gameplay. I know that'll probably, people might disagree with me. They're like, oh, the gameplay is even more important. And I'm like, nope. No. The voiceovers and the dialogue in 64 are the most important thing. If it wasn't for that, it would just be another rail shooter just with random talking animals. It is absolutely the voiceovers and the dialogue in 64, and I've been saying that for years. I've said it on multiple streams, and I said, and now how things have played out, I'm really glad I made that such like an autistic focus for this project. I said before, like, it's got to be the best of the best voice actors in Event Horizon. I'm not just going to accept anyone. They've got to be right. So there's voice actors I've turned away that weren't bad, but I'm just like, they're not right enough. So I'm not sure what the question was actually, but I remember the music question though. Someone, let me look back. Someone asked me something about voices or something, and I think that got me onto it. There's the music question. So your music choice fits very. I mean, I actually have a feeling some of the music in Assault, especially like the multiplayer music and like the menu music, I actually have a feeling that music was trying to sound like 70s era music, but it kind of had like more modern synthetic instrumentation to it. But I kind of get the vibe some of the music in Assault was actually trying to do that. It didn't quite succeed, but that probably put ideas in my head too with Assault's music. But then a lot of Assault's music is just a flat out, like, basically a ballet orchestra, too, which is nothing like that. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not saying, how did we get on the voice actors and Event Horizon thing? I'm not saying the question that brought that up. See, Julian Incorporated. To be honest, I prefer Event Horizon over the 2020. So I think I'm really flattered. It really makes me happy to hear people. I don't know if that's just flattery or not. If you guys are sincere, then that's. I've had a lot of people saying that to me lately. Just the other day on Twitter, someone was saying that, like, very publicly, and I've heard quite a few people say that they prefer Event Horizon, which is awesome. Like, I'm just like a guy, like, with no budget, like, desperately trying to make things work, trying to juggle all this stuff, and to hear, like, someone, not just you, but like I don't know an exact number, but, like, at least, several dozen people for the last several months have been saying that. So that's really awesome to hear. And I don't even know if I believe it when people say that, but to like the Moog keyboard from the 60s. Yeah, the keyboard that I have the composer using is for the Assault music, because the Assault stuff's going to be a little more 80s. He's using a Fairlight keyboard from, I think, the 1984 version. He's asleep right now, so I can't ask him. I know it's a Fairlight keyboard, but I can't remember what year. I think it's an 84. He's using like an authentic keyboard from the 80s. I think it's I think it's the 84 Fairlight. It might be the 82. I don't know. Yeah, I'm very picky. I literally was going on a rant about music in my Discord the other day. It was a very general rant about how, like, modern stuff doesn't use leitmotifs that much anymore and stuff. And I was ranting how, like, every version of Boss B from 64 since the original game, in, like, remakes and stuff, like, doesn't use the snares from the original version. I don't understand why. Like, I was ranting that, like, random little video game, like, fan orchestras, like, that do the concerts with Star Fox music that do Boss B, they have the snares. They get it right, and it's like, but then the 3DS remake and the new remake, they, like, don't have the snares, and it's like, did you not, like, there's a reason there's snares in the original track. Like, sorry, I'm not gonna go on an hour-long rant about Boss B, but I was just illustrating a point that I feel like music in general it's like a lost art now. So many movies and stuff now, I feel like, just have, and games too, like, just, they don't seem to. And it's insane because I'll look up the composers, like, even the composer for the new remake, like, they're composers that have done good stuff in the past. Like, in the Galaxy movie, Brian fucking Tyler did the music in the Mario movie, and it just, like, falls flat for me for some reason. Brian Tyler's done amazing music. He did fucking Star Trek music. He did music for I was literally listening to his music from Star Trek Enterprise, like, a few days before the Galaxy movie was announced or whatever, or came out or whatever. Like, so it's not even like a skill issue. It's really like a direction issue with music. It's like they don't want to make. It's like they don't want the music to stand out. It's a phenomenon I haven't really been able to figure out. It's very strange. It's not like I can just point to it and be like, oh, they did bad voiceovers. It's like, no, the people doing the music are actually, they're skilled composers who've done really good stuff in the past, but I don't know if it's the person directing them or them. It's like they're purposely trying to subdue the music, and it's like, I think that's terrible. Like, for any, like, why would you do that to music? The music is like, music's like the heart of like anything, any, like, project. Yeah, like, there's no real standout themes and things anymore. It's so weird. it's like a broader phenomenon. It's not just like in the remake or anything. And I was ranting about that the other day because music is a super important thing to me. Let's see, I'm actually curious about Event Horizons command. Yeah, I'm fully ready. Like when I get to the command and I start working on it, I've told people this before. I'm fully ready. Like if everyone is hating it, I'm fully ready to scrap whatever I have done and be like, sorry guys, I'll go back and try again. I'm fully prepared to do that when I get to the command stuff. Because I know so many people despise command. So I'm like, I'm fully ready to do that when I get to command. I think I have a workable plan for the command stuff. I've had 20 plus, well not plus, command came out 20. I've had about 20 years to really think about the command stuff. Let's see, because, I saw Platinum Lucario saying something and the chat jumped down. Let me scroll back stuff. Because the 3DS remake was Q Games, a British company, and the 20 remake was Velen, an American company. Q Games, I think, is Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. I know Dylan Cuthbert is like the CEO of Q Games, and he's English, but I think Q Games actually is a Japanese company. But either way, whether Q Games is Japanese or not, is that a reference to the music or something else? And here I thought all Star Fox games are made by Japanese game developers. No, I think most of them weren't. The original, the first Star Fox and Star Fox 2, they had people from Nintendo EAD working on it, but it was mostly Argonaut Software, which was an English company. Star Fox 64, as far as I know, was fully developed in-house at Nintendo, one of the EADs or whatever. And I think to this day, that one and Assault are the only two that are fully... because Assault was done by Namco, which is also a Japanese company. But Adventures was Rare, which was English. Command might not be Japanese if Platinum Lucario gets back to me. I think Platinum actually is Japanese, though. And then... Oh, no, Zero... Speaking of Platinum, Zero was done by Platinum Studios. It's a Japanese company. Speaking of Platinum, Platinum Lucario... Zero was done with Platinum Studios. So, no, about half of them were made by Japanese studios, and half of them weren't. So okay, I already answered the original. The original one was mostly Argonaut, and there was some people from like Imamura was Nintendo proper who worked on the original Star Fox, even though he wasn't like an employee at Argonaut. So the original one, there's a bit of a blend thing going on, and I suspect it was the same thing for Star Fox 2, because Imamura seems to have a lot of knowledge about Star Fox 2. I think he was heavily involved in that one too. He's involved in Adventures also, so it might, I don't know, it's hard to, depends on where you count the blurring of wow, what am I saying? Yeah, I might have to wrap things up soon. I think I am actually getting pretty tired now. Refiner, the idea for command that I talked about. Oh, I didn't know I talked about it publicly. What idea did I talk about it in public? I can try and talk about it now. I don't remember talking about it anywhere a few years ago or recently though. See, I love Zero. It's my favorite star. Wow, that's... Yeah, now I now know two people who really like... So many people I know despise Zero. It's always interesting to run into someone who actually says it's their favorite game. That's really interesting. I don't hate Zero. I don't really like Zero much either, though. Zero's kind of like in a weird, awkward place for me, but... I'm glad some people like Zero, because I always feel really bad for Zero. Zero is one of those strange games where, like, I just kind of feel bad for it. It does, in my opinion, Zero does have some pretty bad flaws, but I do feel like a lot of the things that hurt it were kind of outside of its control, almost like it was cursed. Yeah, there's a lot of things about it I feel like were kind of outside of its control, so I feel a little bad for it, but it is always interesting to. I think Kyle, if I remember right, I think Zero's Kyle's. He's probably gonna correct me. I think Kyle. I think Zero's Kyle's favorite Star Fox game. Um, See, I'd love to give Zero a chance, but they won't re-release the game. Yeah, I think Zero is probably gonna be in the dustbin of history. Sadly, I think Command's worth porting just for the sake of like acknowledging it exists, I guess. But sorry, did I say Command? I meant Zero. Um, my funnily enough, a lot of my problems with Zero are the same problems with the remake. Like, I don't want a reboot of the Lilac Wars. I didn't then. I don't now. And the Star Fox movie that they're making is probably going to be the Lilac Wars. It's like, come on, guys. So it's gotten so bad. I think it's just like killed my love of Star Fox. So I've been waiting to find out how to do all that meaty music composition stuff. I'm not sure how intensive it'd be on my computer. I have to imagine meaty's not that intensive. I could ask Zero Volt. I've had him do a lot of meaty stuff for my N64 things. See, and Crystal did not look good in pink. I think a yellow suit would suit her better. I agree, Crystal would look better in yellow than pink, but I don't think she necessarily looks bad in pink. I do think she'd look a lot better in yellow, though. And yellow is like my least favorite color, too, so that's saying something. That could just be because yellow contrasts better with blue than pink does. Although, if done right, pink and blue can go together pretty well. But yeah, but I'm dreading what they're gonna do with her in the future. She probably won't even have. Her fur will like probably barely be blue if they ever dig her up for the future stuff. Her outfit definitely won't be pink. Let's see, until a decomp happens with Zero to port it to the Switch. I don't know if enough people like Zero to decomp it. Oh. Let's see, hey, movie night. Hey, the movie might be an excuse for doing a cinematic version of 64. No, they're probably gonna do they're probably gonna do 64 as a movie, and it kind of makes sense. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate that Star Fox has been unable to escape that for so long that that they literally just dumped out, a remake of 64, and that's probably gonna be the last thing in people's minds when a movie comes out. So it's just bad timing, I guess, in that case. But I guess maybe they could just skip 64 and jump into something else. I don't know. I'm not. If it's Illumination, I'm not particularly interested in seeing that. Although after the last few months, I guess I'd rather see that than. I'd rather see Illumination Star Fox sequel movie stuff than sequels to the game they just released. Can't believe I'm saying that, but witnessing and listening to some nightmares will do that to you, I guess. Let's see, Sorry, I think I missed something. Crystal looks best in blue. Maybe in white. Yeah, I have a design for Crystal where she's in a white jumpsuit that I think looks pretty good. I think Crystal looks pretty good in white. She looks good in blue. I think she looks best in orange though. That's why I have a lot of orange in a lot of her stuff in Event Horizon. Even the Dinosaur Planet outfit is technically yellow in the original Dinosaur Planet, but I pushed it to be as orange as possible. And her Star Fox 2 style outfit I made orange. And I can also, by making it... her Star Fox 2 outfit's also kind of a reference to the original... a character in the original game Estelle and I are working on that she plays too. But I think Crystal looks best in orange. Maybe that's just because orange and blue are naturally contrasting colors, but I do agree with you that she looks really good in blue and white. Golds, she looks good with gold too. I mean, gold is kind of in the camp of yellow and orange, so. Remu. Zero isn't my favorite, but I did really like it. That game was sent out to die though at the time. Yeah, it was. That game was released at a really bad time. Yeah. Some snow foxes do have the bluish fur, some up where I live. Yeah, Crystal's based on an Arctic fox. At least that's what Kev Bayless has said. I'm not sure, I don't know if you were what was that in reference to? See, maybe base Crystal. Oh, I think you're referencing this comment. Maybe base Crystal on a mythological fox like a kitsune. Fox is based on Fox himself is based on a mythical fox. He's not based on like an actual taxonomical fox. He's based on was it I don't think it's a kitsune. I think it's the fucking Shinto thing. Why it's so I can't remember anything right now. Fox himself is based on a mythological being.
Nari?
Yeah, Nari, that's it. Yeah, duh. Thank you, Lizzie. So ironically, Fox is based on a mythological fox. Crystal is actually based on a real world animal. So it's kind of funny that they're perceived in such opposite ways in the games. Imagine the movie is Zero. Yes. If they make the Star Fox movie based on Zero, that would be so funny and like the best kind of that would be oh, that would be so that would be like, I don't want to say that would be like trolling, but that would be really funny. Yeah, if they make the Star Fox movie based on Zero, that would be I'm hoping that's the case now. Well, also the stuff in Zero, the kind of tone and stuff in the Mario Galaxy movies, which I'm assuming is going to be carried over into the Star Fox movies, I think Zero probably most closely matches that, even though I'd argue Zero's not quite that comedically over exaggerated. So like, I feel like, yeah, if you were going to, because yeah, the whole tone of Mario Galaxy and stuff, I don't think would fit really any Star Fox game. I think it fits Zero the best. So like, when I'm thinking about it, Zero does, for Illumination in particular, Zero does make the most sense to adapt into a goofy movie. Like, that's hilarious. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that the movie is based on Zero now. That'd be really funny. Oh man, Gimbal. How about basing the Star Fox movie on the Nintendo Power comic? I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm certain. Well, if I were a betting man, I'd bet they're going to adapt 64. They'll probably make some changes, but I can guarantee you it'll be the general framework of 64. The Lilat Andros will be invading the Lilat system. General Pepper and the Cornerians will need help. They'll probably have something about Fox's father getting killed. He'll probably show up at the end as a ghost, and Fox will go to Venom and blow up the big monkey head or the brain. Maybe Illumination. They'll probably make it goofy. It'll probably be like a squeaky toy brain. It probably won't be. It won't be a gross, disgusting Andros brain. They'll make some joke out of it. It'll be like a fucking, I don't know, like a squeaky toy brain, or they'll do some pun with it. He'll blow up Andros brain, but they'll make sure to let you know Andros isn't dead. It'll be something like that. Like, I guarantee, I'm calling it now. That's what it's gonna be. They'll probably have references to other Star Fox games in it, but it's gonna largely be Star Fox 64 the movie. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get more Lilat Wars in the next several years for sure. At least one more time. I don't care what anybody says. I still consider Andros accidentally killing Vixie in a fit of jealousy canon. Well, according to Imamura, that's not canon. Depends on, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because the new remake ejected a lot of Imamura's stuff for Star Fox. He even because someone a few weeks ago was asking Imamura about Falco's family on Twitter, and Imamura said he has stuff for Falco's family, but he wasn't going to share any of it anymore because he doesn't want people to get confused with whatever the new canon is. So they've changed so whatever he says, I guess, doesn't really matter anymore because they've changed it. So I don't know, but if you care about, if you don't care about death of the author or whatever, then according to Imamura, the Fox's mother wasn't killed in a car bomb explosion. Just like how the Zelda movie is based entirely on OOT. It certainly seems like it's based on OOT. I see Breath of the Wild bits and pieces in it, though, so it's probably going to be a blend. But it does seem like it's probably mostly Ocarina of Time. And yeah, the Star Fox movie will probably be mostly 64 with a few bits from other games kind of sprinkled here and there. I don't think you need to be a psychic or a prophet or anything to predict that. But if it was based on Zero, that would be really funny. I see someone, Battle Beyond the Stars is awesome. Sybil Danning. Sybil Danning's cat in that movie. Like, yeah, Battle Beyond the Stars kind of is a Star Fox movie. Not exactly, but I wouldn't be surprised if they took some influence from Battle Beyond the Stars when they were making Star Fox. There's some similarities to it. What's his face is Peppy. How come I can't remember anyone's names? The fucking oh god, I can't remember any of their names. The fucking lizard guy's freaking Falco. I think, I already said, Sybil Danning is freaking cat. Ugh. See, I love all the bio shit. Yeah. Actually, on that note, the Great Fox clearly has some inspiration from Nell. With those cannons on the front, come on. Yeah, they reference they've seen Battle Beyond the Stars. Platinum Lucario. Don't get me started on Illuminations record. Yeah, I didn't like Fox in that movie, but after what came out after the movie, I think I prefer the movie version to what they've done since. Because at least with the Galaxy movie, it's supposed to be a derpy, goofy comedy for kids. There's there's no pretense that this is like this is like real Star Fox, if you know what I mean. It's an Illumination. It's the same thing with the first Mario movie. Like, it's not really Mario, if you get what I mean. It's like it's a goofy comedy for kids. And even when I said my complaints and stuff about the Galaxy movie Fox, I always prefaced it with like, I know like who the target audience is, and I know why he's like this. Like, I get that. So after, literally a month later, go figure, not even a month later, something else, was released, or at least announced. It didn't come out for like 2 months or whatever. But like with that, looking in hindsight, just a month in hindsight, I'm like, yeah, I think I prefer the Illumination stuff. I think I prefer the black lipstick and the freaky eyeballs over, what's come since then. Oh man. There's more people hopping in on the stream. How you guys are up late tonight? My goodness. So internet died. Now I'm back. We're back on Fox being too much like Falco and the. I was actually saying that I prefer the Galaxy one over the reboot one. I don't even know if it's a contest. I mean, I don't like Fox in the Galaxy movie, but it's still, at the very least, Glenn Powell like can act. He acts. I just feel like he's not accurate to Fox McCloud, and he's kind of almost like a goofy, like, not even a spoof, like like you said, he's like Falco. But I think I still prefer that over what came out after. Or better yet, a live-action Star Fox movie in a similar style to the '90s Super Mario movie. That would be trippy. I don't know if that'll ever happen. See, I've always thought Wolf would have been older than Fox, but not. He is old. He is older than Fox. At least in '64, it says he is. I think he's about 10 years older in '64. I could be misremembering. Generic, cocky fighter pilot. Yeah, I don't think they tried to properly adapt him at all. I think they did what they thought people would find funny in that movie. That's the vibe. I mean, I think they even flat out said they wanted to do like a funny Han Solo, and Fox is not Han Solo. He's not. Like, Fox is not. He has some superficial similarities to Han Solo, but that's not him at all. People have been gaslighting about this for the last few months too. It's really, really bothered me. See, a little older, and I'm actually not sure how much older Wolf is supposed to be compared to Fox in a Fox in Space. I get the impression he's like maybe 10 years older, which would be like 64. I see no way Fox is not. Yeah, he's not Han Solo. Han Solo becomes more like Fox by the end of Star Wars. He becomes a bit more like him. But especially if we're talking about like introductions, like Han Solo is like a greedy bastard in the first Star Wars movie. He's very full of himself. Again like he's like Falco. He's greedy. He's full of himself. He's self-interested. He even says he doesn't believe in he doesn't believe in anything. Like, he doesn't believe in causes. Fox believes in causes. Like, he's clearly loyal to Corneria, even though he doesn't have to be. Like, in Event Horizon, I really focused in on that and made it. That's why there's like that dynamic between Shears and Fox, because Shears is like, look, Fox, you're a fucking mercenary. Like, why are you so loyal to Pepper and Corneria? Why are you so loyal to these dinosaurs on the dinosaur planet? Like, and it's because that's who Fox is. Like, Fox was meant for something greater, and you see this with what Imamura said about his mother too. Fox is someone of noble heart who is meant for something greater, and his father tragically died. And that set Fox off onto a path that he's not supposed to be on. And you see that in the older Star Fox. It's not like, front and center in the older Star Fox games, because, they're mostly kids games and they don't really focus heavily on themes, but you see that through line. You especially see it in Assault. Fox is supposed to be part of like a noble cause, and he's a mercenary because his father died, and he wanted to be like his father. That's why Imamura said this. Fox has a strained relationship with his mother because he wanted to be like his father so much. And it set Fox down a path that he wasn't supposed to go down. His mother, his mother didn't want him to be like his father, and she didn't want him to become a mercenary, because she's like, you're meant for, things better than being a mercenary, Fox. Why are you doing this, Cole? Because I want to be like my dad, Mom, because my dad was cool. Like, so Falco has a lot more in common with Han Solo. Like, Falco, he's money motivated. Falco doesn't believe in causes. He's easily riled. He thinks what's going on is, kind of a joke, like, or bogus. Falco's always like rolling his eyes, like, oh brother. He's making snide remarks, and he chills out as time goes on. Even in fucking Adventures, Falco, just like in Star Wars, like Han Solo, Falco fucking shows up, to fucking fight, to fire at Andros. Like, hey, McLeod, just like Falco is like Han Solo, not Fox, for crying out loud. God, like, it's not rocket science, people. It just hit me, like, oh yeah, in Adventures, Falco even does the thing Han Solo does in, when Fox is when Luke is attacking the Death Star, and fucking Darth Vader's facing him, and then fucking at the last minute Han Solo shows up and fucking shoots at Falco. Does that in Adventures to Andros. He shows up at the very end, fucking shoots Andros in the face. He's like, hey Fox, how you doing? Like, just like, I don't know. Star Fox isn't rocket science. It's so simple. I don't know how they're fucking it up so badly lately, but whatever. I don't know. Fox is sarcastic, but not. Yeah, Fox is not. He's not a cynic. I don't even know if he's sarcastic. Fox is playful, or he can be playful. I'm trying to think of it's so late. I know I've just, I've described this to other people, so I need to think for a second. But I would say he's a bit playful, but I don't know if sarcastic is the right word. He's kind of like him. He's very much like a character from the 90s, almost, like, not exactly like Will Smith, but I could imagine him like in Independence Day, like saying something like Welcome to Earth. Like, he's got like the one-liners, sort of, like the kind of like when he accomplishes something or he defeats someone, he's got like the zinger, like like a 90s, which makes sense. Star Fox really is like a 90s phenomenon. Like, he's like a 90s action hero almost. I wouldn't say he's quite exactly like Will Smith in Independence Day, but kind of like that, you know, like Fox is also humble, which is something people don't seem to realize. Like, he's not a show off. He does his thing, and after he's proven himself, that's when he says like his remark. When he's actually like, he doesn't approach someone or an enemy and then be like, "Oh, I'm this," like he doesn't show off before he gets into a confrontation with someone. He does his thing, and then when his enemy's like, "How the fuck did you beat me?" He has his retort like, "Oh, sorry to Jet, but I'm in a," like, he's, yeah, I see someone in the audience. Sorry to Jet, but I'm in, like, Fox isn't a show off. He proves himself, and then, you know, he'll say his thing after the fact. Falco's the asshole who's like, "Oh, I'm this awesome pilot. I'm gonna." It's so. Okay, yeah. People in the audience know what I'm saying. Yeah. I feel like everyone wants the scoundrel to be their movie main character, but don't want the morally gray baggage that comes with it. Maybe. I would say Fox is a... So you're going to have to define scoundrel. I know Han Solo is described as a scoundrel. That's another thing, is Fox actually doesn't disrespect authority. Han Solo doesn't respect authority, and neither does Falco. Falco barely wants to even be on this. Like, he has problems even, you know, operating with the Star Fox team. Fox respects authority, which makes sense because, you know, he loved his father and tried to emulate his father, who's, you know, his ultimate authority. Like, you know, he has respect for General Pepper or whoever his employer is. Like, Fox actually respects authority. So again, I don't know. I actually forgot what the original question for that was. Can't imagine your Star Fox 2 story would get plenty of opportunities to touch. I hope it does. You find out a bit about Falco's with the duck character. Through her, you find out a bit about Falco during the Star Fox 2 levels. Trashing on Slippy. Yeah, Fox. I haven't checked this. Fox is the only character in all of the Star Fox games who's never made fun of Slippy. Even Crystal's made fun of Slippy in Assault. So yeah, he's never made fun of Slippy. Falco does all the time though. Even Peppy does. So yeah, it's very strange to make him do that. But I think I've said that before in other streams. So in a way, Falco is a bully. Yeah, Falco is kind of a bully. And that's because I think Falco has a bit... I don't know if inferiority complex is the right word. He has pride, for certain. The thing is, Falco actually is skilled. Like, he's not, like... He is definitely a bit of a... I don't know if I'd go so far as to say, like, he's a malicious bully, though, but... Falco has no filter. There we go. That's the way... Like, he speaks his mind, and I don't know if he thinks about it. And if he does, he doesn't really... I don't think he really cares... I don't know. Trying to think of a way to... I'm liking this. I'm liking this interaction with the audience, though, to really kind of pick apart these characters.
I thought you were going to be off in 10 minutes.
I know. I thought I was going to be off in 10 minutes, too, but there's like 20 people on, and we're all having like a fucking chat about like the Star Fox characters. I was not expecting this at all. I was like, oh, I'm going to try and lip sync Peppy, and like 3 people are going to show up, and then I'm probably going to pass out. Nope. See, no, that is true. I recall a story from some making of Star Wars where some higher-ups wanted to change what spice meant, the stuff Han Solo was smuggling, and it was a stalemate until they called Lucas. I'm actually not sure I know about that story. See, I'm sure Fox might occasionally make a friendly rib at Slippy a few times. God, remember they were friends since the Flight Academy. Slippy is fun. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think it would be too far if Fox did something like that. I'm just saying he never has done that to Slippy. At least not that I can find. I went back to check and I couldn't find any instance. He's always very kind to Slippy and he treats Slippy with respect always. Even in the only time I can think of where like Slippy kind of sets him off is when he throws the wrench at the jukebox. You know, when Slippy throws the wrench at the jukebox and it like shuts down his music, and Fox is like, "Oh, hey," but he still doesn't insult Slippy there. He's just like, "Oh, what the heck? Why you turn off the music?" Actually, I think he's probably more upset because he might have fucking broke the the fucking jukebox. But I couldn't find any instance where he makes fun of Slippy or says anything remotely. He's always respectful to Slippy. But even if there's like one time he says that, you know, the exception proves the rule. I think even in Command, all the characters are just wildly out of character. I don't even think there's a line in Command where he's makes fun of Slippy or he's rude or mean. And Fox is fucking rude as hell in Command. To Crystal and several of the other characters. So even in Command, where everyone's like out of character, Fox is still not shitting on Slippy. That's what you get when you. My suspicion with that line is they just thought it sounded funny and they didn't think about the ramifications. I think it really was that sounds funny, and they didn't really think about it. I actually don't think they meant for Fox to sound like he was being a cruel dickhead to Slippy. I really think it was just they thought it sounded funny and didn't think about it for more than a few seconds. That's the vibe I get from it. That's what I was trying to apply to the foot thing earlier. Like they thought, this foot thing is funny and derpy, and they didn't think about the actual ramifications of it. But Lizzie, I think, disagrees and thinks, no, it was just a terrible idea that was made out of, ego? To just do something different? So titanium mission after you save Slippy. I'm sure Fox bugged Slippy about it at least once. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure not even there he does. I know Peppy and Falco do, but I'll double check. I'm pretty sure I did. Let's see, Titania, Star Fox 64. Let's double check. Oh, I already have the video near the end because I'm pretty sure I looked that up like a few weeks ago. But let's double check and see if Fox is a dick to Slippy at the end of Titania. Alright, so all aircraft report. Slippy says, I thought I was a goner. Falco says, we're always saving your hide, Slip. Peppy says, I'm sure he's learned his lesson. And when we get back, we'll head to Venom. Nope. Fox does not make fun of Slippy at the end of Titania. Slippy's his best bro. He is not a dick to him and has never made fun of him. So yeah, not even in Titania when Slippy fucked up and crashed on Titania. Even there, Fox doesn't, make a jab at him or anything. So if you do Command, how close are you keeping the story and characters to the original? Will you do major course corrections? I want to say it's actually pretty close, but not exactly, if that makes sense at all. It's more so, I feel like it's pretty close to Command, but there's a lot of context from all the previous campaigns that kind of lead into it in a way that I think helps it, if that makes any sense at all. See, I meant like off camera or in lore. Slippy always proves himself, but Fox. Oh, were you saying like he doesn't actually? You weren't saying Fox actually says that in any of the games. You were saying like off. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. All right. So sorry, I misinterpreted you. So which brings back an odd memory of my neighbor's kid watching Between the Lions, and something odd showed on an episode of The Vowels. Singing thing was long ago. I don't know what this is a reference to, or I don't know if I'm just delirious. I don't know what is this lion singing Between the Lions. What is this? It's so strange that you don't remember the in-depth conversation you had with Fred about your idea. I don't remember talking about that with Fred. Really? What? Wow. I don't remember talking to him about Command. Wow. Did I? That's not just me being tired. I don't remember talking with Fred about Command on a live stream. Or like what I was going to do with Command. Because I've streamed with him several times. Was it a stream when we were recording voiceovers? Or was I like actually talking about it in depth, or did I just make like an offhanded command about something I was thinking of doing with Command? I don't remember this. Wow, what did I say? I don't remember what I said about Command with Fred. That's crazy. Dang, Lizzie, I really am. I got the mad cow like Denny Crane.
Yeah, well, you also just said, was it some offhand command I made about Command?
Well, that's me being tired. That's not memory loss. That is me being tired.
Well, I thought that's what you were talking about.
Oh man, yeah, no, I've been watching Boston Legal lately. It was a character who. The thing is, his memory doesn't seem to be bad, but he thinks his memory is fading, and he thinks he's got Alzheimer's, and then he thinks he's got mad cow. So that's been I've actually had some really, really frightening memory loss for the last, I want to say, 2 years now. I've had some pretty bad memory loss about specific things. It's kind of worried me. So. Yeah, go. I don't mind spoilers. It's so late at night. I don't know if anyone will even watch this stream again. Yeah, what the heck did I say about Command in a stream with Fred? I don't remember talking about Command with Fred at all. Man, that's. Are you sure it wasn't Assault? I remember talking to him a bit about Assault. See, once UE6 is stable enough, I doubt UE6 will ever be stable, and two, I don't want all the AI stuff that they're putting in UE6 to like mess with my stuff, so I'm probably sticking with UE5. See, Fox and Crystal don't split, do they? Yes and no? I know I'm being a little coy with that answer. Yes and no. Oh, Fox. So Crystal. I never realized how important of a character Fox was to me until the last few months, man. So you and Fred were trading ideas. Okay, I remember him talking about his ideas for Anglars. I do remember this. You and Fred were trading ideas about your ideas about Command. You had it so Faye and Crystal joined. Okay, yeah, I must have talked about it to him. Slippy left the team to get married. Peppy was retired and it was only I don't remember saying that to. Was that a recent live stream? I don't remember talking about that to Fred in a live stream. But yeah, those are the things. So I must have said that to him. Wow. Yeah, and me on the team, and they had to get the team back on the. There's slight differences in detail, but yeah, that's basically it. So I don't remember I don't remember talking to Fred about that, but I must have it because you have that info somehow, so I must have said it. Yeah, over 2 years ago, really. Wow. I don't remember saying that to him or in public at all. It's about Command. Interesting. Wow. Yep, I must have Denny Crane mad cow, Lizzie.
Don't do that.
I'm going to see a doctor on the 20th of April to figure out.
Yeah, but that's not what you're seeing them for.
Well, technically I did set up the appointment for something else, but I've already been seen for the other thing. So that's one of the things I'm going on the 20th of August. I have a doctor's appointment. I'm going to ask questions about the memory shit going on because I have had some pretty frightening memory loss. Let's see. Well, since Fox feels responsibility for Farah, theoretically, Fox could feel protective over her in your canyon. You're onto something there, yeah. Check the transcripts of your you can check transcripts for streams. How do you do that? That sounds cool. Let's see, YouTube live stream transcripts. I didn't know that was free. YouTube live stream transcript whoa. Link me to the, oh, I don't think you can actually post links in the chat, can you? I talked about it with Estelle? Oh my goodness. No way. I don't remember talking about the Command stuff in a stream. Really? And Estelle was in the... Wow. Holy mackerel. I know I've talked about it privately with Estelle. The Command stuff. Let me find... Okay, that narrows it down. I think I've only done one... Was it the live stream with all the voice actors, or was it just Estelle, Fred, and I? Because I know I did a live stream with Estelle, Fred, and a bunch of actors. That gaslighting person on YouTube is still going on. Let's see what they said to me really quick. Or just an incorrect on your part has nothing to do with being deserved. I've lived in the area now multiple times in the past. Oh, this person's getting really mad at me. Holy crap. Let me see. Violent and they mingle a normal foot and fat. They're typically regarded. But once time they were thought, yes. Wow, this person sounds like they're really offended, which is crazy. Holy crap. And no, I did not ignore cultural information. Likely, I didn't just focus anymore. That's not... Wow, this cat shit is insane, dude. Sorry, guys, I got sidetracked. So that's not pertinent to the part of having said she ran to violent crew. Set yourself up. Wow. You know, especially because most people are already familiar. Why all this then if we really... Oh my god, this person typed up a fucking novel. No way I'm gonna read all it. Holy crap.
How dare you, Jason?
Wow, this person got like, I was just trying to show them Bo Sissoko stuff, and they really... Holy crap, dude. Wow. Holy crap. God, this might be the wow. Sorry, I don't know if I'm gonna read all that tonight. Sorry, guys. I don't think I like Star Fox anymore, and the fandom is even worse. Sorry, guys. I'll have to read that tomorrow. Anyway, let me go find. Oh yeah, let's see what you guys were saying in the live stream. It was just you and okay, that narrows it down. Let me go find that live stream. YouTube Studio. Yeah, I was pointing out to a person on YouTube made a remark to something I posted earlier, like months ago about Kat. And I replied to them, and I was trying to explain to them her cultural origins and stuff, and that she wasn't part of like a violent gang and stuff. And they're focusing very much on the word violent, and they're getting really mad at me. I've never seen someone get this mad over a fucking talking animal in space, and I'm just trying to show them, like, look. This is where the character comes from. This is their inspiration, and whatever. Find that live stream. YouTube Studio. This stuff just breaks my heart. I never thought this sort of stuff would happen with the Star Fox fandom. It's just... It's so sad. See, live streams. Let me go all the way back to that stream with Fred and Estelle and see if I can figure out how to do the transcript stuff. 'Cause, yeah, I don't remember talking about the command stuff. I think it was in 2023. It might have been in 2024. See, Andros voice recording. I don't think it was even earlier than that. There's a stream where I'm just with Matthew Gafford. I think Estelle hopped into that stream. That might be the one you're talking about. So let me find the transcript button. Where's the transcript button? Okay, I don't know where the transcript button. Tell me where it is, and I'll hit the transcript button. Let's see. I feel like it'd be one-sided. Crystal wouldn't leave Fox, like how Q Games wrote her to. Fox would worry, but Crystal would. Yeah, I agree with you there. I feel like the characters are out of character in Command. And I don't think she would just leave like that. Maybe if Command was set before Assault, but not after everything that happened in Assault, for sure. Let's see. Honestly, between you and Matthew Gafford with his A Fox in Space project, guys, hey, thank you. I'm sure he'd be really thankful to hear that too, for sure. I feel like I walked into something. Well, not just you. I walked into something wild. I saw a reply someone made to it was actually a reply I made to someone earlier. It was just fucking walls of someone getting basically. I'm tired, and I didn't read the whole thing. I kind of was just glancing through it. It seems like someone is getting extremely mad that I used the word violent in reference to bikers, and in my comment, I even put in parentheses to them, regardless. I used the word violence, and I even put in parentheses, regardless if that is deserved or not, because there's some missing context here, but they're getting super mad at the whole whatever. So I'll reread what they said tomorrow when I'm more awake, but it is like massive paragraphs, and it's insane. Like I can't believe someone got so mad at me using the word violent to describe something that I even know is not inherently violent. I put in parentheses whether that's deserved or not. I don't know. I guess I can go in more detail if you guys are interested, but it's pretty stupid. Yeah, it was in regards to Kat. fucking cat. If you asked me, like, even a year ago, like, or if you told me a year ago, fucking Cat Monroe, of all things, would break people's brains, I would have been like, what? How the fuck is Cat Monroe, of all things, gonna break people's brains? Like, that is, like, it's okay, if you click description, scroll down, view transcript. So, there's a description, I clicked more. I see transcript. There we go. Show transcript. Okay. Control F and let's look for command. Let's see, psychically detect. I don't know who's saying. It doesn't say who's saying this. Hang on in the planet like it's literally Star Fox. Like I'm in the commander. Oh, it's commander. Keep looking for more. Someone out there still has it, but I know command gets a bad rap and I understand why, but for some bizarre, weird reason, I really like the anglars. Okay, I remember talking to him about the anglars, and I don't know why something about them, I thought they were neat monster fish people. Oh, it scrolled down on me. What, does the transcript scroll down automatically too? That's weird. So having Star Fox a concept. Yeah, it's like the transcript caught all of our little ums and ohs and stuff. And it's making it hard to read it. Okay, yeah, I remember this part when we're talking about the anglars. I don't know. Let me type R space. No. It might be a different stream. I'm not seeing where I talked about this even in the transcript. Let me type Faye. Faye's not coming up in the transcript, huh? Let me check. Okay, no, Estelle did not. It must be a different stream because Estelle's not in this stream. Let me go looking. It must have been a different stream. I don't know what stream it was in. Let me go back up. Was it in the recording stream? Let me look in this one. Maybe it was this one. Let's see, it'll even take you to the point. Let me see. Is this the one? No, Estelle is not in this. I must be the wrong stream. I can't seem to find it. If you can post a link in the chat, though, that might help. I can't seem to find it. I know the stream you're talking about, but I can't seem to find it. Anyway, let me scroll back up. So if you click the description, agreed, yes. Platinum, me too, platinum. Sometimes I admit I do get a little negative. Oh, I don't know what that's in referred to. I try to turn negatives into positive usually. Don't let bad apples ruin your fun in fandoms. When things get popular, there's bound to be bad apples. Rise and try to poison the bunch.
Like me?
Yeah, unfortunately there seems to be a lot of bad apples. They kind of just keep coming out of the woodwork lately, and they never did before all the recent stuff. I rarely encountered like people like this before April of this year in the Star Fox fandom. For years I felt the Star Fox fandom was very cozy. It seemed relatively tight knit. Obviously, you know, there's weirdos and assholes that would show up from time to time, but I really liked the Star Fox fandom and interacting with it. And then this year, it's not fun anymore. I can't even, like, funnily enough, in Fred's Discord, there was someone mentioning in the new game that they were really happy that they, I won't mention them by name, because I don't need to single them out or whatever. But there was a person in Fred's Discord who was saying they were excited and happy that they adapted a bunch of lore from the original 64 in the remake, and I was like, no, they didn't. They actually changed a bunch of it. I brought up the old I use Bakuna as an example because that's the one that immediately comes to mind. I'm like, no, look, the background information and the lore, the deep lore, no pun intended, for Bakun is completely different. They tossed out and changed a bunch of the stuff from 64, and this person flipped their shit and they were denying it, and I'm posting the text from the guide itself like, no, look, this was the background info of Bakun in the original 64. I wasn't even making a judgment. I was just posting this was it. It's different now. There's nothing to debate here. And he was throwing a fit, and I'm just like, how? Like, what happened? Like, why are people suddenly like this? This is insane. Like, why are we fighting over, like, the text is right there? And it was the same thing. Never mind. You get the point. Like, it's turned into that, and basically I can't talk about Star Fox at all. In particular, like 64 in particular, anything related to 64, whether it's lore, I'm not even talking about opinions, just objectively talking about information that is changed between the two games. There's like a 50-50, there's like a coin toss chance that the person is either like, oh yes, or they'll immediately flip their shit for any number of reasons. It's insane. I don't know what the fuck happened. It's absolutely insane. And someone's done that just, on YouTube. Like, it's I don't know, and it's not fun. I've lost my desire to interact with the fandom. It's terrible. So Nintendo's marketing purpose to divide and conquer. I know someone in marketing who actually has a suspicion a lot of the decisions made in the remake were intentionally done to cause controversy, to draw more attention to it. I do know someone in marketing who suggested that to me. If that's true, that sucks. That's horrible. That's disgusting to do that just to get some more attention. Just make something awesome. Don't make something intentionally divisive just to get more eyes on it. That's borderline evil, actually. And if that's true, then yeah, shame on them. Whoever was in marketing for that, whoever made those decisions. I have no proof that that's true, so I'm not gonna outright make that accusation. But if that is true, then that is absolutely disgusting, and that game deserves to go to the dustbin of history for that, if that's true. For inciting an entire fandom to start fighting over stupid shit like, oh, they changed the details on this character. Like, yeah, that's disgusting if that's true. Say fandoms have always been toxic, but it feels like it's gotten worse. I don't know, even the Zelda fandom, I feel like back, in the 2000s was relatively chill, and then it just got terrible. It's like it's something about the 2010s. I don't know if it's like a generational thing. Like if it's younger generations it seems like, obviously it's impossible to tell with the internet, but it seems like a lot of the people I'm interacting with aren't like Zoomers or younger people. The new people that are coming in that aren't really familiar with, Zelda or Star Fox, and I tell them these things, they're just like, oh, I didn't know that, because they're new, they don't know that. It seems like it's older people who should know better that are being crazy, or at least they're claiming they are. They're all claiming, oh yeah, I've been around since the 90s, and Star Fox 64 or Zelda X, Y, and Z is my, so So I feel like it definitely has gotten worse over time. Yeah, the Pokemon fan. I'm not even into Pokemon, and just through osmosis, the Pokemon fandom seems like a disaster. Honestly speaking, the Pokemon's fandom was annoying when it came to certain stuff. Yeah, Sonic's fandom has always been Sonic's fandom going all the way back to like the 90s. So, that is the one fandom that does seem to have been a bit of a circus for as long as I can remember. Yeah, so Sonic's fandom seems to have always been a circus. Oh man. See, fandoms become toxic because the developers don't communicate with their fans. There's probably a degree of that, but I've seen some fandoms where developers or like authors like do communicate with their fans, and usually that ends up causing problems too. Especially if like the people developing it say the wrong things or whatever. I've seen I've seen some devs like start commenting or saying things about what they're doing, and that'll cause meltdowns too. Oh man, I've been going for over. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up soon, guys. I'm getting tired. I think that person typing up a fucking novel, I think that finally broke my brain for the night. That just depresses me. I'm gonna see if I can even like kind of finish what they were saying. So maybe I'm misunderstanding them because they type so much and it's so late. Let's see. Let me click. Oh, YouTube, go back. View more. Oh, YouTube is being weird. It's not letting me see the whole thing. Probably because it's so big and YouTube is just like, it's too big. Show more replies. Well, I lost that comment, so I guess I won't be reading the rest of it tonight. Oh, nope, that's not it. Where the hell did it go? I think YouTube is just like, no, this comment is so big. I can't. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, biker gangs being synonymous with violence. Yeah, I feel like they're not even reading what I'm saying because I preface that with whether it's deserved or not. Yeah, I know. So no, I did not ignore your cultural information. I specifically referenced how she still has. Okay, he's not reading what I'm saying. So yeah, God damn. God, I type so much. I've never seen a comment this big on Dress 3 on YouTube. This is insane. Holy crap. Wow. This is starting to derail. You're derailing. This guy's wow. Like, yeah, I know. Oh, he admitted it's his fault. Okay. I'll give him that. At least he admits it's his fault. I'm carrying. Okay. I'm a little hothead. Okay. Well, I'm glad I read to the end. It seems like he's admitted. Okay. So yeah, this is starting to derail and getting way off topic. Like, yeah, I know it's my fault. I'm carrying on. I'm a little hot about this, admittedly. Because he feels like he's being accused of. Okay, I'll apologize to him tomorrow then. Okay, I appreciate that. See, in regards to what started this for me, so can we at least agree to just leave well enough alone at this part? Okay, I'm actually really glad I kind of read to the end of that tonight. At the very end. Okay. All right, that's a good way to end the night. Oh, and the chat broke. Oh no, am I still live, guys? Like, oh no, I had like a nice ending to the. Okay, no, I think I am still live. Oh, let me check. Let me make sure I didn't. The chat didn't cut out. It's like that was a nice way to end the night. Heck, because of the announcement of Starfield, I was obsessively watching Event Horizon. Oh yeah, no, despite everything, everything or my personal opinions and stuff, the whole irony is that the new Star Fox stuff has. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can get the chart up and show it. If you look at like the Patreon, like the day after the game was announced, like, and if you were in the Discord, you witnessed this. There was hundreds of people like coming into the patron Discord like for about a week after that game was announced. Like it fucking like tons of people discovered Event Horizon and became patrons and came into the Discord. So yeah, despite the fact that it seems like the fandom's gone insane, for Event Horizon in particular and specifically, it seems like it immediately had a positive effect for Event Horizon. And it seems like, even though it's only been, like 2 or 3 months, it seems like in the long term, it's also going to have a positive effect. Like there were some people in the chat earlier that were saying, like, the fact that I put such a fucking effort in getting, like, the right voice actors and stuff, it seems like in the long term, it might actually have a positive effect on Event Horizon 2. I have to imagine it's had a positive effect for Fred also. I haven't talked to him about it, though. I've not really talked to Fred much at all in the last several months. I talked to him about completely unrelated things, but I haven't talked to him about like how things have been going on his end or whatnot in quite a while. So, but yeah, did I get cut off or not? Because yeah, the guy who fucking posted a ginormous novel, I kind of like read to the end. At the very end, he's just like, oh, he basically apologized. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm glad. Like, thank you. Like, okay, he thinks he's being accused of something basically that I didn't say. And he doesn't like the fact that he was accused of it. So tomorrow, when I'm more awake, I'm going to apologize to him. Because I was not accusing him of what he thinks. I'll apologize to him, and hopefully all things will be happy. So that was, I'm glad I read to the end. The comment was so fucking huge. I didn't want to read it all. Like, God, you posted like 4 pages of words. I didn't even know that was possible on YouTube to post a comment that long. Man, but I'm glad I read to the end because he kind of went back on everything at the end of his comment. He should have just posted the last paragraph of his comment. Like, I feel like you're accusing me of this. I don't like it. I would be like, oh no, I'm not accusing you of that. Sorry. See, other comments don't appear since I opened other streams in another tab. Looking for that converse. I actually don't know what conversation you're talking about. Do you mean the one about command? Actually, okay. Here's a positive, a weird positive thing that happened. Out of a negative. So, a weird positive thing that dramatically helped Event Horizon. Since Cat's been brought up or whatever. So, the Cat thing happened. And she asked, not to share a specific thing. So I'll just say the voice actress in Event Horizon does not like the new version of Cat and asked me, please, can we stick with, how Cat is supposed to be, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, yeah, of course I am. And she's like, okay, let's do this bumper with Cat. I don't know if you guys know the bumper I'm talking about, but like a few months ago, I did a little bumper with Kat, on her couch, like telling people to check out Event Horizon. That little bumper with Kat got the attention of Pantsless Nance, who is a really great programmer who came out of nowhere and fixed up a bunch of stuff in Event Horizon. He fixed up the HUD and everything. He got the somersault working. It currently looks like he's got checkpoints. You know, the thing everyone really has been asking for a long time. It looks like he's got fucking checkpoints working on the Corneria level. And when he has time, he's going to start putting them in the rest of the... So, the fucking weird cat disaster has indirectly summoned a programmer that has fixed a bunch of problems in Event Horizon. And I didn't know that at first. Like, after I'd worked with him, he's just like, oh yeah, I saw the cat video you did and thought that was so awesome. That's what got my attention. I started to look into your Event Horizon. I'm just like, oh my god, that's amazing. So that's one of those weird negatives that got twisted into like a positive that happened in the last few months. It's like see, I gotta say, I think that you getting Jock Blaney for Event Horizon as well as Estelle Ellis is absolutely baller. Getting Matthew Gafford as Andrus really is icing. Yeah, like Jock Blaney actually approached me to be part of the project. Him and I had a mutual acquaintance that showed Event Horizon to him, and he saw Event Horizon, and he's like, oh, like, I don't know exactly what he said. I wasn't there, and I wasn't told what he said, but he saw Event Horizon, and then just out of nowhere, he sent me messages on Casting Call Club, sending me a bunch of lines and stuff, and, you know, I didn't realize it was him, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, this sounds like Wolf from 64. Like, this is a really fucking spot on. And then it hit me. I'm like, this is Jock Blaney, isn't it? Because I saw the name. I'm like, wait a second. Is this Jock? So he actually approached me. Which, yeah, was absolutely amazing. It's so fucking sad he didn't get to finish, you know, the stuff from Assault. You know, literally he passed away before, but I found out he passed away like 3 days after I sent him the message, like, we're ready to start doing Wolf's stuff in the Star Fox 2 campaign, or you know, are you ready to do his lines? And yeah, I found everything out. So that, dude, April was like the worst month ever, man. April was such a shitty month this year. Like, I don't want to say it was the worst month of my life, but it is the worst month I've lived through in a really long time. And not just for me, for a lot of people involved in Event Horizon. A lot of weird freak shit happened. Multiple actors had family members or people they know passed away in April. Or just other real life tragedies happen. Estelle's been public about this, so I can talk about this. Estelle lost her house and a bunch of other stuff in April. Just a bunch of weird freak shit happened to me and a bunch of other people involved in Event Horizon in April. And it was like relentless. It didn't stop until April was over. It was like this weird cursed month. And yeah, basically ended with them announcing the new Star Fox game. I'm just like, oh god. So that was like the little cherry on top of the turd cake of April. Like, oh no. What did they do to Fox, my boy? But that's relatively minor to the stuff that was just like one of those like, oh man, did this have to like, that was relatively minor to some of the shit that happened in April. Like, I think I've even mentioned this on stream. One of my best friends almost died in April. Thankfully they didn't, so that ended up being a positive. One of my best friends had a very sudden emergency surgery and they almost died from blood loss, and thankfully they didn't. And every month since then, I've been trying to go, me, them, and one of my other childhood friends. We've been trying to have at least one get together every month because they almost passed away, and I'm just like, we've got to stay in touch now. Like no, I've even mentioned this. My fiance fell down the stairs, and like again, it ended up just being a sprained foot, but like she fell down the stairs the day I found out Jock Blaney passed away, and I rushed her to the ER. And that's when I found out Jock Blaney passed away from, I think it was Kyle, while I was sitting in the ER waiting to find out what was going on with my fiance. So April was a cursed month. I'm so glad it's gone and in the rear view window. I still have health issues I'm dealing with now that I'm pretty sure were caused by something that happened in April. So I'm still dealing with some ramifications from it. Man, April was just not cool. Oh, did you find if I remember tomorrow, I'll go properly searching for the. I believe you. I believe you know the stuff I said. So obviously I talked about Command with Fred. So obviously I had this conversation about stuff I was gonna do with Command with Fred. Just for some reason I don't remember it. I believe you. I just don't remember talking. I don't remember talking about it with Estelle also. So something's going on in my brain. See, I'm actually really excited to play Event Horizon when it comes out. Well, it is out. I mean, not all of it is done, but you can play through all the Lilat Wars and the Soria Crisis and like the first third of the Star Fox 2 campaign. Some of the voiceovers are still missing, but most of the Lilat Wars levels are voiced. I think like a third of the Soria levels are voiced, and we only have the first level of the Star Fox 2 campaign voiced. But Event Horizon, you can download it and play it now, or if maybe you know that you just want to wait until it's done before you try it. Which is fine because it'll be a lot better when it's finally done. Like, it keeps getting iterated and improved upon like every year. Yeah, Pants, like I was saying, I always keep wanting to call him Pointless Nance. Pantsless Nance, that's his internet name. He very recently fixed tons of issues that I just hadn't really had time or the knowledge to fix, and he finally fixed them all. And the somersault alone has already improved the game quite a bit. Dude, I bet you were ecstatic to work with the Legend. Yeah, of course. Like, obviously, I was Estelle. In particular, like, Crystal's my favorite character. Crystal's not even just Star Fox. Like, Crystal has had such an insane, like, ripple. Star Fox Adventures in general and Crystal in particular has had an absolutely insane ripple effect on my life. Like, I don't want to get like all fucking fanboyish or whatever, but like it's really hard to put into words like how important that character is to me. And just the absolute like travesty that character has gone through since even in Adventures itself. Like, this character that's that important to me, basically, with some minor exceptions in Assault, has never been done justice ever. And to personally meet with and work with the voice actress, and not just that, like, it's not even just her getting involved in Event Horizon. Like, we have like a business we're running together now. There's a bunch of other, we're working on our original game and everything. Like, that has been, like, I literally can't ask for anything else for the rest of my life. Like, that was, like, such a miracle. Like, and for the longest time, it just felt completely surreal. Like just being able to make that all happen. And the karaoke scene I'm working on, like, finally hearing her sing, like, it's been recorded. As soon as I get this Farah stuff done, even though I don't have all the lines for the karaoke scene, I'm gonna animate part of it. It's just been, yeah, it's been fucking awesome, man. Wow, I don't remember what I was saying now. So oh yeah. I was responding to Art Hammond. Let's see, between Rick May's passing in 2020 and Jock Blaney's passing this year, it's sad to lose it. Yeah, man. There's a lot of legends that have been passing away lately. It's really depressing. 2025 was such a good year. This year has been like I mean there's parts of this year that have been pretty good. This has been one of the lamer years in recent memory. 2025 was oh actually no, sorry, I take that back. There was a death in 2025 that kind of soured the year. The second half of 2024 and the first half of 2025 were fantastic. It was the things kind of got bad in the second half of 2025. That led to a death, sadly. I'm sorry, mate. I have to get some rest. Yeah, I'm getting off in a minute. It's late. It's 3 a.m. I gotta go. I gotta watch Boston Legal. I gotta watch my Denny Crane embarrass himself. See, I hope Estelle gets her home back. Oh, she's got a home now, but she's talked about it a bit on Twitter and on Discord and stuff. So, but yeah, she Estelle is in a better place now than she was in April, even though she's still trying to fix some things. But yeah, just the point was a lot of weird bad things happened to me and a bunch of people involved in the project in April. It's like some weird I don't know, someone like put a curse on the project in April in particular, and all this shit happened. I don't know. I have no idea what happened. It was like April Fools, and then it just didn't end until May. It was like a really long April Fools that wasn't funny, and this is probably the last thing I'll read tonight. I gotta be honest. They really dropped the ball with the characters. To be honest. I think you mean. Are you talking about Star Fox in its entirety, or do you mean the new game? My issue with Star Fox is that they keep going back. Okay, I think you're talking about generally. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I don't even know if I would like a new plot from them, but I don't need one. I kind of have Event Horizon and there's also a Fox in Space, and then there's whatever new. There's probably going to be more really cool fan things made down the road that'll just spring up. So there'll probably be other cool fan things, but yeah, I think they dropped the ball. I think they've dropped the ball with I'm going to say some things that'll imply that I don't like Adventures and Assault. But I'll preface it with, obviously I love Adventures and I even like Assault quite a lot. But I feel like even Adventures and Assault dropped the ball on Star Fox. It's been nonstop dropping the ball since 64. They fucking nailed it with the original 64, and then it's just been nonstop dropping the ball ever since. It was diminishing returns, and then we got stuck in the fucking reboot cycle, and it's just, yeah. That's probably the last thing I'm going to read tonight, though, because it's late. Careful what you. I've been telling people that they're like, "Oh, I hope they make a sequel." I'm careful what you wish for. If there's one lesson I've learned, it's definitely there's a great video about it too. Be very careful what you wish for. I've gotten my wish in several instances and realized. So I'm very careful if I ask for things now. Anyway, I am gonna end it there, guys. It's 3 a.m. Night. I'm thankful a bunch of you guys showed up, but I'm going to bed, and I'll try not to stream this late again. Actually, it's probably early in the morning in some of your time zones. Now, where's the button? Where's the button that ends the live stream? Is this it? Okay, stop streaming. That might be it. No. End stream. There it is. Bye, everyone. Good night.